Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexiot's here, and we're doing our live Yahoo Fantasy Draft this morning. There'll be 16 teams and a lot of rounds, and we'll be just doing it all live on the stream today. Of course, yesterday the Raptors made their decisions with their final roster spots. I'm hoping y'all can hear me. You guys can hear me, right? I want to make sure because I'm not getting any marker on the microphone. But yeah, you should be able to hear me. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Trevor J, do you hear me? So yesterday, the front office of the Raptors decided to go ahead and switch their two-way from, thank you, Trevor, from Brendan Carlson to Jamison Battle. So, wow, what a great move by the Raptors. They've decided to guarantee Bruno Fernando's money, so he will be staying on the team, and they cut Brandon Carlson. But it looks like what Monique is saying in the Facebook chat is that there's a special clause that may allow us to put Brendan Carlson on our 905 still, guys, so we don't lose him still. You know, a lot of people are complaining about this online about losing Carlson, but they're idiots. First of all, I'm going to say this once again, Raptors Nation. Listen, Brendan Carlson is 25. He's been like a red shirt, full career college player for Utah. And in some ways, this guy has not got a body he's going to be able to play in the NBA. No, he's not going to be able to play in the NBA. From what I've seen of him in summer league and preseason, this dude is not strong enough. He's too skinny. And unlike Alrish Shamshe, who's 18 years old and already has a body that fits in the NBA, this guy's 25 and he doesn't have a body that fits in the NBA. He'd be a liability. And in some ways, if he's only making three-pointers for us, well, we don't need a tall guy to do that. We can get short guys that can shoot threes. So everybody's freaking out and upset about Brendan Carlson getting cut from the Raptors training camp this yesterday. Just pause and hold yourself. And all y'all trashing Bruno Fernando for no reason about this, listen, once again, that man's 6'9", 240. He's played in the NBA already. He knows what he's doing. He may not be always right, but he is the right person for depth up front. Brendan Carlson will not provide any depth at center for us. In some ways, he's somebody on the team that could be good possibly for us, but I don't think so. Honestly, I'm not that impressed with him. I feel like he is too weak. And honestly, if he's 25, listen, he's older than most of our team already. And he may be one of the least prepared people for the season. So, man, that dude should have hit the weight room 5 years ago. That dude should have bulked up his body 5 years ago when he was 20, when he's first getting to Utah. I don't know what he's been doing there. He plays in a weak-ass conference. He can play as a weak-ass player. This is the NBA. This is a big show, baby. And if you don't have some sort of arms or strength, you can't play in this league. He'll be able to play in 905 in G League, but he can't play in the NBA, guys. And it's a waste of time to have him on a two-way. So Bobby and Masai win again because, honestly, Jamison Battle will be much more useful between the 905 and our regular Raptors. Carlson will be a liability every single time he's on the court if he played on the main roster. I'm telling you right now. So brilliant moves by our front office yesterday. Brilliant moves. I'm very, very proud of them for making the tough decisions and making the ones they did because they allowed for things that we were talking about in the last couple of days, and they made room. And now we've got battle access to our team on both levels, and Bruno Fernando's guaranteed and going to be with us for the year. Very, very good job, Bobby and Masai. Highly approved. 2 thumbs up from all the Raptor freaks on what you did yesterday. That's right. Trevor J saying, you had me with your words. You lost me with your actions. Words of wisdom. Listen, guys, I may be not very good about reading the chat today. Don't write chat in the draft room because in the draft room, I can't read it. It's way too small. So if you write stuff in the draft room, it's not going to get seen, just so y'all know. Now, here's the draft order for our draft today. It's up already. Toronto Shamshes, which is Andrew, our Raptor Freak Rookie of the Year, is going to get the honor to make the first pick in the draft this year. Second place from last year's fantasy basketball, HC will be picking second. Kareem is in third. He's got to check in. He's not here yet. Nako the Nacho will be picking fourth. Cool Cat has the 5th pick in the draft. Our WNBA fantasy champion, Meredith in Ottawa, will be picking 6th. Boom Busters, who I believe is Ivan. I'm not totally sure. Maybe that's Kaz. I'm not totally sure. It's either Kaz or Ivan. Will be picking 7th. Tada Bradley will be picking in the 8th spot today. David Saborin, the commissioner of trivia, is picking 9th. Bryce Lawson in the K-Tuck is going to be picking 10th. Peter Saborin, the current Yahoo Fantasy Basketball champion for last year, will be picking at 11. There's Kaz there. So Ivan is the other one, Boom Busters. Kaz is picking 12th. I'll be picking 13th. Then we've got MJ at 14th. Omari Parsons picking 15th. And Jason Dukes will be picking 16th. And it looks like we have most everybody in here. We're missing MJ, Kaz, Ivan, and Kareem. Looks like Gerald's in here now too. So I can see that you guys are here. So Kareem, get up. Wake up, Kareem. And Tobias Frost, wherever you are, sir, you don't want to miss our chat. I see that Kaz is around in the chat. So, and MJ, hopefully you're here also to pick your team and not get auto-picked. So, yeah, there's Kaz. I see Kaz just jumped in right there. Beautiful. So we've got great attendance for today. This draft is pretty quick, guys. There's only about a minute for each draft pick. So stay on it. And in some ways, I may be just announcing who you guys pick and maybe making quiet reactions, a little bit of reactions to it. But it may be very fast-paced and difficult to go over. And plus, you guys got to remember, I'm drafting also while I'm running the stream and being here. Okay, MJ's here too. Good to see MJ's in the chat. It looks like we're only missing Ivan and Kareem at this point. Wow, 14 out of 16 teams are here. That's fantastic attendance. Really, really good stuff. Let me keep going in the chat real quick this morning. Cowboy is here. Good morning, Trevor J and Lex and Raptor Freaks. Draft day. What you going to do? What you going to do when the pick comes to you? Okay, Hulk Hogan. Good luck, everybody. He's got Darko out there. Thank you, Bradley. Good luck to you. I hope you have a great year. And Bradley, this year, you put in that good effort. I want to see you do top-notch stuff, especially in that very difficult 6 South division in our Yahoo Fantasy League with the Saborin brothers. That's not an easy division. And Bryce, you're in there with them. So, yeah, that's going to be a tough division. That was the best division last year, where it had 4 out of the 5 teams got in the playoffs last year. So that was a very, very tough division. So, yeah, Bradley, this year, improvement. That's what I want to see. Trevor J saying front office made the right decisions. Let's go. I think so, too. I was very impressed with the news yesterday. Was very impressed to hear that, yes, they saw the same things in Jamison Battle that we saw. And Jamison Battle is going to be on a 2-way. That's fantastic. In some ways, I was talking about this with you guys a couple weeks ago where, it's not set in stone. One of the 2-ways could lose their spot, whether DJ Carton or Brendan Carlson, and that could go to one of the other guys. And that's exactly what happened. And it's the right thing. Honestly, Carlson is not NBA ready, and he would be useless on the NBA level. Seriously, guys, he'd be absolutely useless. Just trust me on this. Good morning to Cowboy from Trevor. And Nins is here saying that they wish they had entered the fantasy league. Yeah, I told you guys over the past month to join if you wanted to, and gave very, very many opportunities. But we locked in the teams at 16 this year instead of 20, and partly because I wanted to have a little bit more tighter, smaller league and try it out with this. I wanted the really anxious people to come in and do it, and people jumped on it right away that wanted to do it. And a lot of the active managers from last year, this is our 3rd year doing it. So we have a history in the league. Jason Dukes was the first champion. Peter won last year, and we have a history with a lot of teams that have achieved and have time in this league. So this is an ongoing league. It's not a keeper league, but it is an ongoing league in which these teams, some of them have been in the league since the beginning for 3 years now. Yeah, there is a draft countdown in there, and currently it is at 7.5 minutes. So I better get my spiels done because we're about to start drafting at 9:45. This draft will start then, and that will mean that we need Andrew right off the bat to pick. Will Andrew pick Victor Wembanyama as his first pick? Who will he pick? Once again, I have to remind everybody for this draft, you're only allowed to draft one Toronto Raptor. There are 18 players on our draft, or on our team, and there are 16 teams in this league. So there will be 2 leftover Raptors out of the 18 players that have made our roster. Now, don't be drafting people that got cut yesterday. Lonnie Walker IV may look fun from the other day, playing the Celtics, but he got cut yesterday. So be smart with your draft picks and understand injuries and also players that may not actually be playing this year. So don't be dumb. Think through your draft picks is what I'm saying right here. That's right. Kaz is here. Yes, Kaz. Yeah. The draft room is open. The draft order is there. It's a snake draft. So Duke Rocks will pick twice at the end of the first round. So Jason Dukes, the first ever Raptor Freak NBA fantasy champion, will have to pick 2 in a row at 16 and 17, and then he'll go backwards the other way. So Andrew will pick last in the second round. That is the way it works. That's right. Bryce is up. He's up. I've had it to set alarm for this. There you go. Bryce not normally up so early on a Sunday morning, but thank you, Bryce, for showing up and showing initiative to take care of your fantasy team to be competitive this year. We love seeing that, Bryce Lawson holding it down in the K-Tuck. Super fan Monique Lawrence is in the house. She said, "Good morning, Raptor Freak crew. The perfect moves bring on the season. Congratulations, Jamison Battle and Bruno Fernando." Yeah, I love it. In some ways, there was some doubt about Bruno Fernando being on this team this year, but in some ways, I'm all about it. People have been slagging him, though, saying, like, why we keep this guy over Brandon Carlson? Well, I could tell you why. It's about 40 pounds why. That's why. It's about 40 pounds why. That's why. Right there. That is why. And Jamison Battle is a way better three-point shooter than Carlson from what I've seen. And honestly, I'm all about Battle being around. I think that's the most exciting thing about the moves yesterday, that somebody got rewarded for excellence. And his name is Jamison Battle from Ohio State. That's right. He got rewarded for excellence yesterday. Monique is saying that the Raptors' Halloween costume party was at Casa Loma last night. She knows because of Chris Boucher's Instagram. Yeah, we'll go check out the Instagram after the draft, and we'll talk more about that. That's great to see. That's a great venue for Halloween. And even though Siakam's not on our team anymore, he was having a fancy dress party with the Pacers this weekend instead. It's good to see the tradition of the Raptors' annual Halloween party at Casa Loma is still going on, even though Siakam's not around. He was kind of the unofficial host of that. Trevor J saying to everybody, listen, this is the commissioner of fun, guys. And this is what he's saying to you guys, because he's kind of like our commissioner of this whole endeavor we're starting today of the fantasy sports. He's saying, Yahoo Fantasy players, put your best foot forward and play hard. Whoever wins this trophy will be very happy because Trevor's bought the trophy. He's got it. And he will be sending it to the person that wins this in the end. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to have to see what happens here. Trevor had a great trophy for MK this summer for the WNBA championship. And Peter got a very nice championship trophy also for winning the Yahoo Fantasy Basketball last season. Jason Dukes got Vince Carter signed UNC Tar Heels jersey the first year we had this. He won a Vince Carter signed UNC 15 for the first season of this trivia. I mean, not trivia, for the fantasy. So I'm telling you, there's good prizes because of Commissioner J. And he's telling y'all whoever wins is going to be very happy. That's what he's saying there. Yes, he's saying that. Cool Cat's saying, good morning, Raptor Freak crew. I need the link for the fantasy basketball. You don't have it? Well, here's, I don't know if you can get in from my link. I've under 2 minutes to go. You got to go to your Yahoo page and just come in through that way, Cool Cat. I'll put in a link here. Hopefully it'll work for you, but it may only be for my account. I don't know how it works. Monique's saying so much people upset about Carlson. Indeed, man, can we just go with the flow? Yeah, these people who are not educated on basketball. Yeah, he's a big guy who can hit threes. So what? Who cares? His waist is skinnier than mine. And I weigh 190. This dude weighs not much more than me. And he's a foot taller than me. So come on now. This dude gets pushed around like he's nothing. He will not be able to play defense in the NBA. He's a waste of time. I'm sorry. He's a liability, and this is the right decision. The Raptors can see the same damn thing I can see. I told my concerns about Brendan Carlson during the preseason, as far as like, this dude can't do this. He's too much of a liability. He can get pushed around, and casuals don't have to see what I see and understand what they understand. That's fine. Kaz is saying good morning. He's got the spray paint, and he's saying, Lex, we got shafted. How did we get shafted? We're fine. We're fine. This is going to be good. You mean like, being in the order where we in the draft? It doesn't matter. In some ways, this is actually good. You know, they're going to have to wait a long, long time, the people at the top of the draft, and we're going to get to pick around the 13 to the next round. You know, they make it work. You know, it doesn't matter where you draft, Cass. Honestly, it doesn't. You can make the best out of it. Omari is here. Good to see Omari's ready to go. Good morning. HC is here, ready to go. Our silver winner last year. Bryce is saying, let's go. I love the selections. Bruno and Battle were the right selections. There you go. Bryce is signing off on him, thinking he's right. That's right. No imkas. No imkas. Andrew's saying, morning, y'all. Good luck on the draft. Spoiler, he's picking Jokic first. All right, so he's telling us straight up he's going to take Joker right off the bat today. Let's see how much time we got. We're at just over a minute to go. I'm going to start this thing. Let's go. David's saying, please go over the categories for scoring quickly before the draft. The categories are, David, three-pointers made, free throws made, field goal percentage, blocks, steals, rebounds, and assists. And each of those categories, your collective team will accumulate the stats for the week, and the team that has the higher total by the end of the week will win that particular category. 7 categories. So if you win 4 out of the 7, you've won the week against your opponent. Now you can get all 7 categories over your opponent and sweep them, and you'll have a 7-0 record for that week. But if you get 4 out of 7, it'll be 4-3, and they'll get credit for the 3 categories they won on their record also. So there is close losses and very big losses. You can beat them by 4, 5, 6, or 7, depending on how many categories you win that week. That's right. Fiercely saying, good morning, fam, and happy draft day. There you go. MJ's in here. That's great. Everybody's here. Good luck to all from Monique. I'm so happy for Jamison Battle. I am too. It's a great, great thing. All right, we're at 15 seconds. Let's go right into this, guys. When I come back in, we'll be at King Brian's comments when we come back off through the draft. I'm not going to during the draft. You know. Here we go. And Andrew's on the clock. I'm going to watch the draft screen, guys. I won't be looking at the stream. So let's see. Andrew has said he's going to take Nikola Jokic, and that is exactly what he has done. We now have HC on the clock. He has taken Victor Wembanyama with the 2nd pick. Now we have Kareem, who has shown up. We see the Darko in there. So Kareem is here. Let's see what he's doing. What is Kareem going to do with his pick? He has taken Luka Doncic. All right, Nako the Nacho is on the clock. Will he take SGA? Easy pick. Nako the Nacho has taken our guy, Captain Canada SGA. Cool Cat's on the clock. Will she take the next pick in the draft? Who will Cool Cat take here? Very, very interesting draft so far. Where is Cool Cat going to go on this one? Let's see. She's in here. I can see her sneaker and the little emblem. It looks like we've got full attendance. She's taking Siakam with her first pick. Not a surprise there. She's number 1 Siakam fan. I love to see her getting Siakam. Meredith's on the clock. Let's see where Meredith's going to go. Our WNBA fantasy champion. 2 years in a row, Meredith has won our WNBA fantasy. Well, let's see if Meredith can win the NBA fantasy this year. Thinking through here, it seems like MK over in Ottawa, the Ottawa region of our country, the capital region. Let's see what MK's magnificent team is going to start off their team with. Who is going to be their franchise face? Will it be Anaconto? Will it be LeBron? Will it be somebody else? Let's see. He's thinking it through here. Really, really thinking it through. We'll have to see what he thinks. And then after that, we'll have Ivan on the clock, Tobias Frost, who is here. It looks like, okay, he went ahead and took Scotty Barnes. Meredith is going ahead and taking Scotty Barnes, is off the draft in the 6th pick. And that will be his Raptor for this year. So he's saying, I'm just taking Scotty, y'all. He believes in our guy Scott that much. I love it, Meredith. Great picks by Meredith and Cool Cat, going with our former Raptor and our former Raptor there. All right, let's see. We've gotten some draft picks here. It looks like the Boom Busters have gone ahead and taken Anthony Davis with their pick here. Now we have Bradley on the clock. Ta-da. Let's see what you're thinking, Bradley. Who do you want that is left now on the clock here? For your first pick of your team, who is the franchise face? I love that Meredith went and got Scotty already off the board. Scotty going 6 in our draft today. Some people say that's crazy. No, it's not. This is a Raptor Freak draft, and getting Scotty Barnes is smart. Trust me, it's smart. And I love that Siakam pickup by Cool Cat. I really, really do. That's perfect. She can root for Siakam all year long on the fantasy team. Okay, it looks like Bradley has taken Karl Anthony Towns of the New York Knicks, the big acquisition of Cat in New York. He's betting on that. Now we got David on the clock. David is a very fierce competitor. Let's see what he's thinking on this very big first pick for his team this year. I wonder what you're going to take here, David. Who would you like to take with your first pick to set the tone for your team this season on your fantasy? I wonder who it'll be. David Saborn, Commissioner of Trivia, who will be writing our trivia this week, guys. David's going to handle all the questions and writing it for us on Tuesday because I'm a little busy. And I appreciate David doing that job for me as a trivia commissioner. He will be taking care of our trivia questions. Let's see, where's David going? He's on the clock. He's got about 10 seconds, and he has taken Domantas Sabonis. Very interesting. So he took the center for Sacramento at the 9th pick. Bryce Lawson is taking his first pick for the draft on the clock right now. Let's see what Mr. Bryce says. Boats and Logs. Very interesting name. Bryce's Boats and Logs. I love that. I might want to know what the meaning of your team name is there, Bryce. And then we'll have champion Peter Saborin and then Kaz on the road. And then myself will be coming up. Okay, he's went and got Anthony Edwards. Bryce taking Ant-Man from Minnesota with his first pick of the draft. Peter Saborin is on the clock. Let's see what he is thinking right here. Some people are just staying away from Giannis Antetokounmpo right now. Very interesting that the Giannis, the Greek freak, is not here drafted yet. And nobody wants Jason Tatum either. I love it. That's awesome. I love that you guys are avoiding Jason Tatum. Is Giannis hurt? Is that why you guys are avoiding Giannis Antetokounmpo? I see that Giannis has center eligibility, which is absolutely a great strength to have in a player like Giannis. Trust me. You could be playing him at center all year, guys. It's a little bit attractive. But we'll see if Peter or Kaz takes him, because I might be taking Giannis if y'all don't, just so you know. Yeah, let's see. All right, so Jason Tatum has been picked up by Peter Saborin, and it looks like we got Kaz on the road is picking next. Let's see where Kaz is going, our trucker friend, with his pick. Oh, there's the big dummy, Joel Embiid, on the draft list. I wonder if who's going to get stuck with him. Everybody's here. This is great. Every single person who's drafting today is present, and we have no auto draft, which is absolutely fantastic. This means this is going to be a very, very good draft. Will be symbolic of who you guys really want, and you won't just somebody's not getting all the leftovers while people are drafting around people. Like that's usually how people end up with like Joel Embiid or James Harden. Is that they're not here, and all of a sudden they got them on their team. Like, damn, why did I get these guys? Jason Dukes knows. He's here. And guys, let's wish good health to Jason. Jason has had some health problems recently, and we love you, Jason. I just want to bless you with the best of luck and health while you recover from your surgeries and things that have happened recently. So wish the best for our Jason Dukes. Great Raptor freak. All right, so Kaz took Tyrese, and I'm on the clock, y'all. Well, you know what? I said I'd take Giannis. Yeah, I really kind of want Giannis. You know what, Lex? Just take Giannis, bro. I know that it's Giannis, bro. Just take him. All right, I'm taking Giannis. Guys, I'm going to draft the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Masai, I got him for us. Finally. I finally got him for us, Masai. I finally got Giannis for us. All right, let's see. Rock Wilders. All right, MJ's taking Yaka Pirtle right off the bat in the first round. I love to see that Raptor love. So MJ's got her Raptor, the big man. There's Steph Curry coming off the board towards Duppy Conquerors. Amari's taking the great Steph Curry. Chef Curry coming off the boards there. Now Jason will take the last pick in the first round. There you go. First round's going to be done soon. This is moving along swimmingly. Let's see what Jason's doing. He's taking Embiid with his first pick, and he's got this next pick in the second round. So he's picking two in a row. He's got the big dummy, Will Smith Frankenstein, as his first pick. Jason, we wish you well. I'm so happy to see you back in the fantasy league. I've been worried about you, my guy, and I hope you're back home from the hospital and I hope you're getting better and better and stronger and stronger. Guys, y'all, seriously, send some prayers and blessings to Jason Dukes, our original Raptor Freak champion of fantasy basketball. Donovan Mitchell is his second pick, guys. So he's got Joel Embiid and Donovan Mitchell with his two first picks. Amari is back on the clock. Amari Parsons, realtor out in the west side of Toronto. If y'all need a place to rent or stay or a mortgage or anything like that, Amari's your guy. He went and took Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren off the board by Amari there. MJ now will pick next. Let's see where MJ goes in the next pick of her selection here. And I've got some decision to make after MJ because I'm picking after her. All right, she went ahead and got Jalen Brunson. Very interesting pick by her. All right, Lex, what are you going to do here? You know, I don't like Trae Young. I don't like James Harden, but I do like Kevin Durant. So I'm going to go ahead and take KD right there. He may be hurt a bit this year, but why not? Why not go big, get Slim Reaper, and put him together with Giannis Antetokounmpo on my team? That's right. Durant and Antetokounmpo is on my team, guys. Look out. Hey, Messiah, I got KD now too. All right, Trucker Kaz is back on the clock. Let's see where he's trucking to with his second selection in this draft. Who is he going to add to his team in this next pick? We'll have to see. Yeah, I love it. I got Durant and Enacomto. That's awesome. Oh, he went and got Alperen Sengun. Very interesting pick. The big man from the Rockets going to Trucker Kaz's team. Champion Peter on the clock now. Let's see what he's thinking with his second pick. He had a nice pick before with, I believe he took Jason Tatum in his first pick. So let's see what Peter has decided here as far as who he thinks is the best. You know, Peter really thinks about the stats. That's how he won last year. And that's why they want to know what the categories are so that they can really, really nail this down. The Saborin brothers are scientists when it comes to fantasy basketball. Trust me, these guys ain't joking around. They're very competitive with themselves and the rest of us. And we'll just have to see what Peter does here. And he has to defend his championship this year. He's thinking about defending being the champion last year. So there's a lot on the line for Peter Saborin. Let's see what he's thinking here. 5 seconds to go on the clock. Where is he going? Let's see what Peter's thinking here. He has gone ahead and got Trae Young. So he's going to go ahead and get the guy who looks like a little chicken running around there. I'm sorry. I will crack on some of these players if I feel like it. Bryce is on the clock now. Bryce's boats and logs. Let's see where Bryce is going with his second pick today. Great stuff so far. Very, very fun to do fantasy drafts and see who's picking who. And let's get these teams built, y'all, and compete. Let's go. I may have injury problems, though. I don't know. I hope not. I hope that Durant has a very long, successful, healthy season. And same for Giannis and Antetokounmpo. I guess I should kind of worry about that a little bit. Bryce is going to go ahead and get LaMelo Ball. He has taken the showman, LaMelo Ball there. And Lauri Markkanen is off the board to David Saborin's team. Very interesting picks by David. David's building with Markkanen and Sabonis to start his team so far. Bradley has taken the big man, Zach Edey, off the board. So he's got two centers now with Cat and Zach Edey. So I love the love for the big man, Zach, by Bradley. He really does believe in that kid and that he may be the rookie of the year. So there you go. Now Ivan is on the clock, the Boom Busters. Let's see what he's thinking for his second pick. He has gone and got Dame Lillard. So it's Dame time with the Boom Busters and Tobias Frost. Meredith on the clock once again. Let's see what he's saying. Meredith, who do you think you want right now? There's some big names still on there. Some very high-level superstars in the NBA. I see LeBron James is sitting right there. That is an interesting idea. If you guys let LeBron come around, I will pick him and put him with Kevin and Giannis. Just so you know. He's not going to survive that long. We'll have to see. But yeah, MK, Cool Cat, Nako, those next three picks, somebody's going to take LeBron in there. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to see who gets, but don't pick Bronny by accident. Just realize there's two LeBron Jameses this year, guys. And you don't want to get the one that says Junior. No, you don't. No, you don't. If somebody picks Bronny in this draft, I'm going to laugh at you. Just so you know. We'll say that right now. All right. Tyrese Maxey is the selection for Meredith. Fantastic. And it looks like Cool Cat's going to go grab Devin Booker to pair up with Pascal Siakam. There you go. The arch enemy of the Raptor is off the board. Paulo Banchero is Nako the Nacho's second pick and his pick. And then De'Aaron Fox is going to Kareem Thomas with his second pick. HC on the clock now. Coming in, cutting in a two NBA. Cutting in a two NBA, our second place fantasy player last year, Kyrie Irving, is his choice there. Andrew's going to go ahead and get LeBron on that pick, and he's got the swing, so he's picking another pick right in a row. So, wow, he's got Joker and LeBron on his team now. Andrew is building a very interesting team of top-level players from the Olympics. Maybe the two guys that could have been the MVP of the Olympics, LeBron being the MVP. If it hadn't been him, maybe it was Jokic. Who knows? Let's see what Andrew goes with his third pick. He's got quite the choices right now on the board for him to look at. Yeah, Andrew's looking good. Cade Cunningham is the choice. Wow, very interesting by Andrew to go get Cade Cunningham. He's going to bounce back from injuries this year, and he's hoping that he'll have a big year statistically back from injuries for the Pistons on a team that really does need production and all kinds of different things to help them out. So, yeah, Cade Cunningham, very astute pick by Andrew right there. RJ Barrett is off the board by HC, so he has got his Raptor now. We get to see our guy RJ is off the board. Good job, HC, showing some love to RJ Barrett coming off the board early. All right, let's see. Complete crap. Kareem has taken Ja Morant. Very, very cool. So Ja Morant should have a bounce back year, and Kareem's going to put some bet on him being good this year. Nacho the Nacho is on the draft clock once again with 30 seconds to go. Let's see what you're thinking, Gerald. There's some good names sitting around there right now. He's going to go ahead and get Desmond Bain. Very interesting. He's like, we should have got him instead of Malachi. Well, he got him now. Cool Cat's going to say Jaylen Brown. Black Wall Street is coming off the boards to her. Cool Cat is building quite a nice team right there with Siakam, Booker, and Brown. Very, very cool team so far. Meredith on the clock. Let's see what MK's thinking with the next pick, the third pick for Meredith's team. Let's see what they're thinking here. Some good names still at the top there. Some, very hyped names. Maybe not the best. Some injury-prone names, but still good names at the top of the draft list available right now, including James Harden and Paul George. I wonder if that's anywhere near where Meredith's going to go here. James Harden is the name that Meredith has chosen to take there. James Harden, of course, a high-level scorer. Now off the board, Fred VanVleet going to Boombusters. Very interesting to take Fred. I love seeing the love for our guy Freddie right there by Ivan, the Boombusters. Tada on the board. Tada is taking his Raptor of the year. He's taking Grady Dick. So he went ahead and got Grady Dick. Jalen Johnson going to David's team next. And then Bryce has got Bam Adebayo on his next pick. Very cool. Very cool. It's moving fast now at this point. Peter Saborn on the clock. Very, very cool to see Grady Dick going to Bradley. Bradley has taken his Raptor, and he has decided it's going to be Grady Dick. Of course, the Raptors are going to get picked a little bit earlier than they normally would. Very, very interesting to see what's going on with that. In that case, let me see real quick. All right, yeah, that's what we'll do right there. All right, so Peter Saborn is on the clock. Let's see what he is thinking here. Rudy Gobert is the choice for Peter. That's a great stat choice, I believe, right there for Rudy. Kaz on the road is picking next. Let's see what he's thinking with this next pick in the draft, Mr. Kaz. Let's see. Y'all remember, only take one Raptor. If you do take two Raptors by the end of the draft, I will force trade a player out. I'll cut them from your team. So do not take two Raptors. If you're taking a Raptor, you're done. Don't take any more Raptors for the rest of the stream. Because I will go ahead and use my commissioner tools to take the second one off your team. So do not go and try and take Shamshay late, Bradley. You've got Grady. Just so you know, you cannot try and take Shamshay late because you've already got Grady Dick, Bradley. Just so you know. Andrew, you could still get him because you have not taken a Raptor yet. So you could get Shamshay and be on Toronto Shamshays, just so you know. Let's see. Kaz has taken the center from Detroit, Jalen Duren. And I'm going to go ahead and get our guy quick. Yes, Lexi is taking Emmanuel Quigley as his Raptor for this year. So I got IQ on my team now with Durant and Antetokounmpo. There you go. We got IQ up here, baby. That's right. Jalen Williams going to MJ's team, the shooting guard forward for them. Jaren Jackson Jr. going to Omari Parsons with that pick right there. Jason Dukes is on the swing. He's going to get his 2 picks in a row now. Let's see where Jason's thinking at this point. I love it. I got IQ, guys. Yes, I got IQ. Yes, I love it. I got the Q in the barbecue, baby. Let's go, IQ, baby. Yeah, Skipley. Let's go. DeJounte Murray is the first pick for Jason. Let's see what he's decided with his second pick. DeJounte, of course, is on the New Orleans Pelicans this year, traded from the Atlanta Hawks. So it'll be interesting to see this year for him in that mix with that crowd over there. Evan Mobley is the second pick for Jason Dukes, former Raptor Freak NBA fantasy champion of the first year we did it. Duppy Conquerors on the clock. Let's see where Amari Parsons is going with this. I always want to say Amari Moore. It's because of our 905 guy. But it's Amari Parsons. He's taking Zion Williamson, another Pelican off the board there with the big Zion. RJ Barrett's best friend, Mr. Williamson, going to Amari Moore. Very, very cool. All right, it's MJ, and MJ is taken Derek White. Okay, and I'm on the clock now, guys. Where am I going to go here? You know what, guys? I really like this player, and I've liked him for a long time. But I'm not going to take Kawhi. I'm going to take Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner going to Raptor Freak All-Stars this year. There you go, Franz. Hans and Franz. We got Franz on my team. There you go. I got Franz. There you go. All right, good stuff. Kaz is back on the clock. Let's see what Trucker Kaz is thinking. He's off the road because it's the weekend, and he's at home, hopefully not driving somewhere and drafting at the same time. That would be very dangerous. So, yeah, the Yahoo Fantasy League draft for our Raptor Freak family is going along swimmingly. We'll be through this draft at some point. I know it's not the best watch stream on the Raptor Freak channel. We'll try and make it fun. But after we're done, we'll do all the regular stuff like the classic card, the Instagram stories, talking more about the front office moves yesterday, deciding to convert Jamison Battle to a two-way and dropping Brandon Carlson and keeping Bruno Fernando. Very, very interesting stuff yesterday. All right, Kaz is going to figure it out here. And he has gone and got Julius Randle. New Timberwolf is going to Trucker Kaz's team right there. Very cool. Peter Saborin is on the clock. Saborin Stars, the defending champions of our league. Let's see where he's thinking here as far as things. I see Kawhi right there, and I'm like, dang, I could have got Kawhi and put him with Kevin and Giannis, but I'm like, Kawhi's hurt, man. He may not play again this year. So it's like, why get Kawhi Leonard? Seriously, it's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But man, Kawhi is there. It's tough. It's tough to figure out in some ways. It's very, very tough. All right, let's see. Brooklyn Nets. Nick Claxton is who Peter has chosen. It is his latest pick. Bryce Lawson on the clock. Let's see. These minute clocks go pretty quick here. Pretty quick. People are jumping in and out of the drafts, doing what they got to do to get things right. This is a very competitive draft. I can tell people are taking this very seriously, and people are drafting with who they think are going to win categories for them. And in this this draft in this league with the settings that I told you guys just now, it'll be better settings than last year. I promise, guys. And the point system last year was kind of convoluted. There's no point system. Just win your categories, and you will win your round for the week. That's right. So, yeah, let's see what Bryce is thinking. 11 seconds on the clock. Let's see what Bryce is thinking here. He's going to go ahead and take Paul George. Paul George is injured, and he will miss the first part of the season. But, hey, he's going to think he's going to come back around and do something for them at some point. David is on the clock. Let's see what David Saborin's thinking at pick number 56 in the Yahoo Fantasy Draft for the Raptor Freak family. Let's see what he's thinking. Will he go ahead and get Kawhi Leonard and stash him on the injury reserve and hope that he comes back healthy at some point this season? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. No, he has gone and got, well, I believe, Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler, the young center for Utah, who was almost traded to the Knicks this summer, but it didn't work because Danny Ainge is greedy. And, well, the Knicks didn't get him. Instead, they went and got Cat. So Walker Kessler on David Saborin's dark horses. That's right. Bradley's on the clock. Let's see if he'll take Kawhi. You going to go ahead and take Kawhi, Bradley? Take that Kawhi Leonard. No, he has gone and took our guy DeMar DeRozan, a real one. He is above the noise, and he got him. Dante DiVincenzo going to the Boom Busters right away right there. Let's see. MK's on the clock. Meredith, where are you going? Where are you going? You going to take Kawhi? Somebody going to take Kawhi? I think everybody's going to avoid Kawhi. And I think that's smart, honestly, because I don't know. Kawhi may never play again, guys. And why would you want to draft a guy that may never, ever play? You want to be Steve Ballmer? You pick Kawhi. Pick Kawhi. All right, Miles Turner coming off the bench. A very good pick by Meredith. Honestly, Miles Turner is a great, great player, and I'm very impressed with that pick. MK is a top-level fantasy player, and getting Miles Turner symbolizes that. I think Cool Cat would have taken Miles Turner if you hadn't, honestly. Mikal Bridges is off the board for Cool Cat. Mikal's had a tough preseason. The Knicks fans are being hard on him right now, and some of them are not very happy with him. OG Anunoby off the board for Naco's Nachos. Very, very cool. And Kareem's gone up and taken Nikola Vucevic right after that. Very, very cool. OG's off the board right after Mikal. In some ways, I'm like, why? Why would you do that to him? Draft him right after Bridges. You know OG's better than Bridges, Cool Cat. Come on now. Come on. She's like, I don't know. Either way, she may be like, oh, dang, I should have taken Anunoby. But Nako went and got OG. He came and got him off the board. There you go. Jamal Murray's off the board now, going to HC. And then Jared Allen is going to go to the Toronto Shamshays, Andrew's team. Now, Andrew is picking a second player in a row here. Let's see where he goes with that. Josh Giddey the new bull this summer will be his selection right there. So Allen and Giddy on the turn for Andrew's Toronto Shamshays. HC back on the clock, our second place winner last year, the silver medalist for our league last year, losing in the finals to Peter. Let's see what HC is thinking here. A very competitive fantasy player. And we're very happy to have HC in our league. He joined last year. He asked he wanted to join. He took it very seriously, and he had a very strong year. And it's very nice to have him back for this season also. Let's see. HC is going to take Jimmy Butler at the 66th pick in the fourth round. There you go. Jimmy Butler off the board for HC. And now it's Kareem. It's a complete crap. Team is up right now. Kareem Thomas, our dunk champion. Our, also our current leader in our Raptor Freak trivia, just so y'all know, he has gone ahead of Smooth Brown Man. And Kareem Thomas is leading the Raptor Freak trivia right now because of classic cards. So, yeah, David, you're going to have to update that. Kareem got another card yesterday, and he is further ahead of Smooth at this point. He's like another 150 points ahead of him because of Tom Chambers. In fact, that's why. Tom Chambers, that guy who could do that dunk. Yeah, all right, let's see what Kareem's thinking. 12 seconds on the clock. Who's he going to go with here? He's got some interesting choices, or we are in the draft right now as far as who's there. He's going to go ahead and take Brandon Ingram. So he's gone ahead and gotten Brandon Ingram. Not a bad player at all. Off the board at center, Derek Lively the second. Naco the Nacho going to get the great rookie from last year that got the finals. Derek Lively the second, who's way too high ranked on the ESPN rankings. I'll just say that. They put him way, way too high on ESPN Top 100 for this summer. Brandon Miller is the next pick for Cool Cat. That's a fantastic pick by Cool Cat. I'm really liking who Cool Cat's been picking. I would have picked OG over Mikhail, though. That's the only thing I would say about what Cool Cat's doing that I would have changed. But I think that she's doing a really good job. And I like her team a lot. Siakam, Brandon Miller's a top-notch player. Very, very good player. Meredith's on the clock. Let's see. 30 seconds to go. Meredith's magnificent team. Let's see what you're thinking here. Some ways you guys got to start thinking about positional needs. We have a regular setup where you got to go and get different players as far as like, you got to have a center. You got to have a point guard. You got to have a small forward. You got to have a power forward. So start thinking about the positions you haven't filled yet for what you're drafting right now. That would be very, very smart. That's a smart thing to do. So, yeah, kind of figure out which of the 5 positions you haven't drafted because we're in the 4th round, but we'll be in the 5th round soon. You want a starting 5, a pretty strong starting 5. So Zubac is the choice by Meredith, the big center for the Clippers, off the board with the 70th pick in the draft to Meredith's magnificent team. Boom Busters on the clock. Lots of time, just about 45 seconds. We'll see what Boom Busters is thinking. I better start thinking about who's going to be my next pick here at some point very, very soon for sure. Let's see. I need a shooting guard. I think that's going to be the position I'm going to try and draft next on here. Okay, Phoenix Suns, Yusuf Nurkic is the next center off the board by Boom Busters. Yusuf Nurkic. Now Bradley's on the clock. Bradley's having a great draft so far. I really like some of the things he's done so far. Grady Dick and such. And he went ahead and got Drew Holiday, it looks like. Drew Holiday is going to be on Tada this year. Fantastic defensive guard. Great pickup by Bradley. Honestly, one of the only Celtics I actually like. David's on the clock. Let's see what David Saborin's thinking. Mastermind. Let's see what he's thinking. He's crafting a team of big white guys with Larry Markkinen and Domantas Sabonis. Let's see what he's thinking here, though. Let's see what he's thinking. Maybe a guard, David, or something like that. He's taking small forward Michael Porter Jr. is who he's taking. And then right away, Jabari Smith Jr. of the Houston Rockets going to Bryce's team. Clicking that right away. He had that all set and ready right there. Let's see. Peter's on the clock right now. Let's see what he's thinking. Peter Saborin, our current champion, the champion from last year. Let's see what he wants as far as who he thinks is the best player available for his team at this point. We'll have to see. Who do I think? I'm coming up very soon. I want to make sure I get a good player. Who do I want? Man, there's some weird players at this point, honestly. Let me see. I want to look at this ranking. That's where they're ranking them? Okay. Interesting. Okay. That might not be a bad pick right there. All right, let's see. Keegan Murray is the choice for Peter, and Kaz is on the clock now. Kaz on the road. Let's see what he's thinking here. Hmm. Very interesting. All right, he is taken Miles Bridges. Okay, interesting. All right, let me see. Who do I want here? I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want him. No, maybe. That guy might have a big year this year. I might have to pick this guy. Hang on. Let me go back to this. Lex is going to use his clock today, guys, this time, because this is a tough decision. I do want a shooting guard of some sort, but some of these guys are really suspect. I do not want Kawhi. I don't want Zach LaVine. I see him right there, and I just don't have any belief in him. I'm sorry. I don't want Bradley Beal either. That dude is almost done with his career. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Anthony Simons because honestly, he could do some big things for Portland. Portland's a bad team, and he honestly has been a pretty good player over the years. So I'm going to take Simons. That's who I took. Duppy Conquerors on the board. All right, let's see. Cameron Johnson got picked by MJ after that great performance the other day. I get it. Mari's taken Tobias Harris, who's now on the Detroit Pistons. That's an interesting pick. Jason is on the clock for 2 picks in a row. Let's see what our guy Jason Dukes, wishing him all the strength and recovery in all kinds of ways. Darius Garland, the first pick for him. He's going to pick another one real quick. Yeah, Simons is pretty good. I mean, maybe I should get another kind of player around that position right now too. Who would be the other guy? Let's see. Okay, so the next pick was Bradley Beal. So Jason has no problem taking Bradley Beal. Yeah, I do. I don't know why. He's on the decline. I just feel like he's hurt too much too. But to each his own. He likes Bradley Beal. He likes his career and what he's done. Well, you go ahead. You go ahead and get him. You know what? I think I'm going to switch things up a little bit here and maybe change my strategy on my next pick. All right, Amari's on the clock. He's got 30 seconds. We'll see what he's thinking here. There's some interesting names around this part of the draft. Some of them are kind of whack. You know what? That's where I want to go right there. That's a really solid player, and I could get worse. All right, so the names picked just now, Zach LaVine going to Amari, and MJ's taking Kevon Looney. I'm going to go ahead and get big science right here. I got Jonas as a center on my team. I figure I need another center. Yeah, Giannis is not going to play center for me. I'm going to bounce it around, get Jonas Valanciunas, put him on the Rapid Freaks All-Stars. Yeah, there you go, Jonas. Boom goes the dynamite. Kaz is on the clock. Let's see what's happening here with Kaz and what he's thinking for his next selection in the the 2024 Raptor Freak Fantasy NBA draft. Who is he thinking here? Yeah, Tyler Hero. That was actually somebody I actually really considered, but I saw that he's injured to start the season. But that's not a bad pick. Tyler Hero is probably going to have a good year in Miami if he stays healthy. Peter Saborin's on the clock, and we got a while to go. We're not even halfway. We'll be halfway through the draft after the 7th round. So we still got 15 rounds. We got 15 rounds altogether. We're in the 6th round right now. So yeah, we'll keep moving. You want to make sure your team is built out with quality because it's going to be a long season, and you're going to want to have good players that you can root for and like on your team. So yeah, make sure you get them the right build in what you're doing. So Peter's on the clock. Let's see what Peter's thinking. I guess the minute timer was about right. I could have made it 30 seconds, but I think it would have been too fast. So I made it a minute timer for this year. And I figured it'd move along pretty swimmingly. Let's see. All right, there's CJ McCollum is who Peter has taken here. And Jonathan Kuminga is Bryce's pick after that. Jonathan Kuminga, the young player for the Warriors. Now David is on the clock. See, David's got a picture of himself with his chain from when he won the Raptor Freak Trivia championship. He got a gold chain as the champion of Raptor Freak Trivia in the 2nd season of Raptor Freak Trivia. Yeah, there's a picture of him holding his championship chain for his team picture. Very cool. Very, very cool. Is he going to pick Kawhi now? Somebody going to pick Kawhi at some point, right? Is somebody going to pick him at some point? Maybe, probably not. Let's see. He took Kobe White. That's actually a really good pick. Kobe White is going to be one of the top dogs in Chicago, especially with DeMar gone. Tada has taken Alex Sarr, so he's digging into the rookies. You know, Bradley loves the rookies, and he's going to go and get rookies here and there. Jordan Poole going to Ivan's team next. Jordan Poole of the Washington Wizards. That is the next selection in the draft here. Let me see. Who should I get next? I really don't like a lot of these game names that are right around here. You know what? That might be the guy right there. Yeah, let's get him next if he's available still. When I come up, that might be the guy I want to get right there. Yeah. All right. So Meredith's on the clock. Let's see what Meredith's thinking as far as draft. Let's see. What is MK thinking? MK has taken Devin Vassell. That's actually a really good pick. I was like, I like Vassell, and I think that San Antonio is going to be interesting with Chris Paul there. And I feel like Vassell is going to have he's going to have a good year. Honestly, I think he's a good pick right there. Cool Cat is on the clock, and we're coming back up around, and the 6th round is going to be over, and we're going to go into the 7th round soon. Cool Cat has taken Naz Reid. And Andrew Nebhard has come off the board to go to Naco's Nachos, our great Canadian player, Andrew Nebhard, going there. Chris Middleton is going to be on Kareem's team. This is good. You guys are picking quick now. Yeah, get kind of ahead and kind of see who you think, and if they're still there, land them and just draft them. There you go. So, yeah, Chris Middleton is on Kareem's team this year. That's good. HC on the clock, and then it'll be Andrew 2 in a row. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying the draft and getting the players that they kind of wanted to get. That's very cool. And remember, only one Raptor per team. So there are Raptors out there still available. The starting lineup's gone for the most part. But there are some bench guys. Obviously, there's a lot of bench guys available from the Raptors as far as Chris Boucher, Kelly Olynyk, Ochai Agbaji. These guys are all out there, and you may want to get them down the road. This is a deep draft. We have 15 roster spots, and there are 16 teams. So you can get the really, the deep players in the league, in this league. So DeAndre Ayton has been selected by HC as a center for the HC Cunningham NBA team. That's right. Andrew, 2 in a row. And the first one is Josh Hart. And the second one for Andrew, we'll see in a second. Josh Hart of the New York Knicks, a very controversial player in some ways, a very talkative player, a very active player on social media, that's for sure. Let's see, he's taken Draymond Green with his other pick. Okay, that was somebody I had one year and I did want, and I was unhappy that I had Draymond on my team, but I just ended up with him. I don't even realize how. Cam Thomas is off the board for HC on the next pick, and now Kareem is back around on his next choice. We'll have to see. Is anybody going to take Kyle Kuzma? Somebody going to take Kyle Kuzma somewhere here? Maybe somewhere. Who knows? We'll have to see. I'm trying to look and see who's around right now, who I might want to pick next, because there's some interesting. This is a weird part of the draft. They're not too flashy names, but you could really make your season really well by getting a player here that actually has an upgraded season from last year and does pretty good. So, yeah, this is where you can win a championship. This part of the draft right here. Bogdan Bogdanovic is the pick. The Serbian sharpshooter for Atlanta is the pick for Kareem at 99. The 100th pick in the draft this year. Herbert Jones. There you go. Dang it, Nako. That is who I was going to draft next. Gerald has snookered the pick I was going to take on my next one. I had him lined up. Dang it, Nako. Cool Cat is selecting now. Let's see what Cool Cat's thinking. Man, I really wanted him. All right, well, let me do this then. Let's see if this can happen for me. Aaron Gordon is the choice by Cool Cat at the 101st pick of the draft today. Let's see. MK back on the clock, and he is gone and got Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is off the board finally. He's like, yeah, I got to get Kawhi at this point. Tada is taking Isaiah Hartenstein. No, Tada took Tada's next. Oh, it's Boombusters took Isaiah Hartenstein. Okay, Hartenstein is out for a little bit, but he'll be back at some point. So not a bad pick. Bradley on the clock. Let's see what he's thinking. You going to take D'Angelo Russell? Austin Reeves, maybe? Take one of those guys? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Who do I want? I need to start thinking about who I want because I'm starting to come up again. He took Amen Thompson. Not a bad pick by Tada. Tada taking Amen Thompson, one of the Thompson twins, the one that's in Houston. Okay. Let me see. I should look at it from all the different lists and see who is kind of right around here right now. You know what? I kind of want that player. I think that'll be a good player to get. Ooh, that's a nice guy to get too, because he does different things that is very well. I don't want to even say their names because I don't want y'all to try and draft them before I get to them. Some ways it's not fair. Lex is actually talking his draft ideas during the draft. David has taken Brooke Lopez, and Bryce has taken Alex Caruso with his latest pick. Alex Caruso. Peter's on the clock. Let's see what happens here with Peter. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that is the guy I should take right there. Yeah, I think I might do that. That team should be good this year again. And he might be very he's actually, oh yeah, that's really good for the team right there. All right, let's see. Porzingis is off the board to Peter's team. Peter Saborin taking Kristaps. Porzingis. Kaz on the road is picking next. Let's see what Kaz is thinking. And then I'll pick my pick, the one that I've got lined up. Hopefully Kaz doesn't take Seagull this one from me right before. I'll have to see, Kaz, what you're thinking. And then I'll hopefully be able to just get the guy I want to get right here. Yeah, we'll have to see. This is the 108th pick of the Raptor Freak 2024 Fantasy Yahoo NBA Draft. And who will Kaz on the road take? Just wondering here. Yeah, let's see. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Yeah, I'll start counting down people at some point. Denny Adja is who he's taking. And I'm going to go ahead and draft Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford has such a high field goal percentage that will really help my team out with the high field goal percentage. There you go. Clippers, Norman Powell, taken by MJ there. Very cool. Very cool to get some love for our former Raptor, Norman. Jalen Green is taken by Amari Parsons there. And Jeremy Grant, just taken by Jason Dukes. And he's picking again right now. We'll see what Jason thinks for this next one, as far as the next player to come off the board for the former champion of this league, Jason Dukes. Jason Dukes actually has placed in the top 3 every season of our fantasy basketball league. So he is always a competitor every year. And he's going to try and reclaim his title this year, guys. I have a feeling that talking to Jason on the phone the other day, he wants to compete with y'all and win like he did the first season of this. So we'll have to see where Jason's thinking with his team building on this selection of the 100th and 13th pick of the draft right now. 113th pick. Yeah, lots of good players out there. There's tons of players. We're going to get into the less sexy part of the draft as far as the players we're drafting, and this is where the deeper knowledge of the league will come through. D'Angelo Russell is the choice by Jason on that pick. Amari Parsons picking next. Let's see what he's thinking here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go there next. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I want to have that guy on my team this year for some reason. So I'm going to go there next. Let's see. He's taken Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs is Clint Capella is going to MJ, and now it's me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take Chris Paul. Chris Paul is going to be my next pick here. Yeah, why not? Let's take the San Antonio point guard. Why not? We got Chris Paul on the Raptor Freak All-Stars. Boom goes the dynamite. There you go. Kaz, you're on the clock. Let's see what happens here. I got a long wait now till my next pick. There's going to be a lot of players coming off the board in the middle here for quite a while. Yeah, but we're over halfway through the draft now at this point. Just about halfway through the draft. It's going to take a little while, guys. We'll be done in probably around 11, and then we'll do a bit of a regular stream after that. So hang around if you're not involved in the draft. I know it's not the most exciting Raptor Freak Live, but we do this every year, and it's just part of it. We just do this every year, and it's just a part of it. And the people that are here drafting are the people that are here drafting. And I'll come and do the comments in there if they make sense. I'll read them, and we'll start with Brian from To The Point. I am filming an episode with Brian today. I believe later today I'm supposed to film an episode of To The Point with him. So look out for that. Brandon Podziemski is who Kaz has taken at 117 in this draft. The rookie from last year is ridiculously ranked in the top 100 of ESPN. I don't understand why he's ranked on there. He shouldn't be ranked on there. That guy is not, seriously, he's not all that he should be ranked there. It's just like Austin Reeves. He shouldn't be ranked like that either. Those guys are frauds in some ways. Yeah, Podziemski, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not one of the top 100 players in the NBA. Sorry. Colin Sexton, just selected by Peter Saborin of Utah. That guy's a baller. Still no Kyle Kuzma off the board. He's still sitting right there. The next pick was Mark Williams by Bryce. And then right away, David's taking Austin Reeves there. Okay, he believes in Austin Reeves. Ta-da is on the clock. Let's see where Bradley's thinking now. Maybe he's going to go and get another rookie of some sort. I know that Bradley loves getting rookies. We'll have to see which one he's interested in getting at this point. Maybe he'll get the other Thompson twin right now. I could see him doing that. He's got Amin. He might get Osur just to have him with Amin. I could see him doing that. I think that we did that last year. Didn't you have both the Thompson twins last year, Bradley, too? He's taking Klay Thompson instead. Okay, so he's going to get the new sharpshooter for the Mavs, Klay Thompson. Kyle Kuzma going to the Boom Busters right after that. So Kuzma was not long for being around, just hanging out around there. He's a scorer, so he's going to get you some points, that's for sure. All right, MK on the clock. Let's see what happens here. Lots of names right around this part of the draft that are interesting. Some of them, some of them could be way better than you think. We'll have to see. There's Kelly Olynyk. If anybody's interested in getting a Raptor that hasn't got a Raptor yet, Kelly Olynyk is right around this part of the draft, just so you know. Let's see. Who's that? They got Okongwu is going to go to Meredith's team, the 123rd pick in the draft. Okongwu of the Atlanta Hawks is drafted there. There you go. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who do you want, Lex? Who's a good player to get next for your team on here? There's quite a few interesting names right here. There we go. We got Trace Jackson Davis going to Cool Cat, and Nako is going to take Kelly Olynyk as his Raptor for the team. You don't have a Raptor yet, right, Nako? So you're going to take Kelly now? Okay, he's got Kelly. So Nako's getting some good Canada players from Team Canada on his team with Nebhard and Olynyk. Kareem is on the clock. Let's see what It's a Complete Crap, our butt dialer, is thinking right now. Let's see what he's thinking. Interesting players. There's some good shooters. There's some interesting up-and-coming players. There's some older players. There's Bronny. Is anybody going to take Bronny soon? Come on, get Bronny. So he took Malik Monk, the sixth man for the Kings. And then Bobby Portis immediately goes to HC's team as a power forward. Andrew's on the clock for 2 in a row. Let's see what our Raptor Freak Rookie of the Year, Andrew, is thinking with the Toronto Shamshays. Is this where Shamshay gets picked? Is this where Shamshay gets picked? No, he's taking Jaime Vasquez Jr. Very, very cool. That's a good player to get right there, I believe. And let's see what Andrew's thinking with the second pick on the turn. I wonder who. There's Scoot Henderson. There's Al Horford. He's going to continue to play. There's the rookies for the Lakers, 2 in a row, Dalton Connect and Bronny James. Bronny, man, pick Bronny. Hey, there's Ben Simmons too. No, he's taking Trey Murphy III. I actually thought about doing that after Nako stole Herb Jones from me. I was like, well, we'll get Trey Murphy III. And I was like, nah, it's not really the same in some ways. So let's just stay away from that. Just stay away from that. Buddy Hield just went to HC. That's a great pick. I was like, man, Buddy Hield is so good for threes. Somebody's going to pick him. Jordan Clarkson is going to go to Kareem's next pick. And Ayu Dosunmu is the next pick for Gerald on the Nako the Nacho team. Ayo is an up-and-coming player. And Lonzo's back. And Kobe White's rising up, but DeMar's gone. And there is a little bit, the Bulls are going to be interesting with the shakeup of DeRozan's departure and Lonzo returning finally from being able to play. So I don't know. The Bulls are such an interesting thing. Kentavious Caldwell Pope is the next pick for Cool Cat, getting KCP. He's in Magic now this year, Magic player. There you go. MK on the clock. See what's happening here. What's happening? What's happening in the Raptor Freak fantasy draft? Who is getting drafted next to Meredith's magnificent team? That's right. Meredith's magnificent team. Still quite a few. A lot of draft to go. A lot of players to take and figure out who you want and go get them. There's Andrew Wiggins. I wonder what he's going to do this year. I wonder what he's going to do. There's Dennis Schroeder. Also, there's Russell Westbrook. There's Gary Trent Jr. Very interesting. Peyton Pritchard. Yeah. We've heard. Actually, this is news, guys. Max Strus is going to be out for 5 to 6 weeks, so he will not be available for the Cleveland Cavaliers on opening night against the Raptors. Keontae George is going to MK's team, and Russell Westbrook has been selected by Ivan. He's now a Nugget. Osur Thompson, Tada did circle back and get the second Thompson twin. Very, very cool. David is taking Grayson Allen of Phoenix, and Bryce is taking Tyus Jones of Phoenix. So 2 Suns taken right in a row. Peter Saborin on the clock. Let's see what we're saying here, guys. Lots of players out there still. Lots and lots of players. Who's going to take Bronny? Who wants Bronny? Who wants Bronny? It's legally mandated by the NBA that you have to select Bronny James in your fantasy drafts, guys. Bron made that rule, guys. If you don't take Bronny, it's just bad. It's like you're not. Will somebody take him? I wonder. If we don't take him, that's fine too. I mean, I'm just saying that on my ass. You don't have to take him. But it's kind of funny. Somebody probably, maybe they will. I don't know. Is anybody going to take him? I won't. I won't draft him. I don't need him on my team. Seriously. I don't need that guy on my team. No, I don't. No, I do not. I do not need that guy on my team. Oh, there's Jaden McDaniels. That's who just got picked by Peter's team. Peter taking Jaden McDaniels, the right McDaniels. Don't take Jalen. Don't make any mistakes, y'all. Drafting the wrong person just because they're almost the same name. This has been an issue in the past with some of the Raptor freaks picking the wrong person because they thought it was a different person because the name. Jalen Williams can be a little rocky if you're drafting the Jalen Williams. You got to make sure you got the right one. Trust me. You got to make sure you got the right one. Ooh, there's Bruce Brown Jr., guys, on the draft queue. I see Bruce Brown Jr. Anybody want to get in on that? That's still technically a Raptor pick if you take him for now, but it may not be down the road. Trust me. May not be down the road. I think I might go there. That might be a good player for me to get next. Yeah, he's not that hurt, I don't think. He should be fine. Ooh, that's a good player too. He might have really good stats this year. All right, who did they take? They took Luguetz Dort. Oh, man, Cass taking Luguetz. That's very cool. Very, very cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take Lex. This is an important pick right here. Pick. Do you still want that guy? Because that guy's not bad, honestly. 25 seconds, Lex. You're on the clock, bro. Yeah, we'll just get him. I'm going to take the guy, Jeremy Sohan of the Spurs. I love the Spurs. I want to get more Spurs on my team. I took Jeremy. Jeremy is an interesting young player, and I think that he'll do well with Chris Paul also. So Chris Paul, Jeremy Sohan. Yeah, there we go. That's who I like right there. Let's see. TJ McConnell going to go to MJ's team, the point guard. And there's Scoot Henderson off the board to Amari Parsons. And the next pick there, Duke Rocks is on a swing. So he's got 2 in a row right now. Let's see what he's thinking with his draft picks. 2 in a row here. We're fleshing out our teams. Everybody's going to have 10 players soon out of the 15. And you just want to make sure you get quality all the way down because these are going to be the people subbing in and out of your lineups when guys are not able to play. Jason's taking Karis LeVert with the first pick. Karis, of course, of the Cavs. And what will he do with his second pick right in a row? I got to start thinking about my next pick too. What do I need on my team? Okay, I've got that position pretty good. Okay, I see what position I kind of need another person for. So let's see, who should it be? That's an interesting pick, Lex. That could be interesting. I don't want him. I hate that team. I don't want to draft anybody from that team. I would get that guy because I've had him on my team before, but I don't want him on my team this year. I just don't. You know what? I might do that just for fun. Grant Williams is the next pick by Jason Dukes. of the Charlotte Hornets, Grant Williams. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Just do that for fun. Why not? I mean, I know it's like maybe. I think that's the best. Ooh, that's that too. That's an interesting pick. Yeah, there's some good players out there still that are kind of just sitting out there. Omari is on the clock. Oh yeah, there's Kellel Ware. Interesting. I don't know. Kellel's had a little bit of difficult preseason. Like Spoelstra got really mad at Kellel Ware this preseason because he botched a assignment. He didn't do something that Eric Spoelstra wanted him to do. So there's already speculation that Kellel Ware is in the doghouse in Miami. Terry Rozier off the board to Omari. That's a solid pick, honestly. It's a solid pick. All right. And MJ's taken Ben Mathurin. Cool. Yeah, I was thinking about getting Ben Mathurin here. You know what? I'm going to go with Bronny James. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not taking Bronny. You know what? I'm going to get my dude. I love this guy. I don't care. I'm getting Dennis. Dennis is on my team, y'all. That's right. I got the German MVP. Dennis Schroeder is coming back to Raptor Freak All-Stars. That's right. I'm going to get my guy Dennis. Why not? Why not get Dennis? I got Dennis and Chris Paul on my team. That's right. We got some point guards on my team. Look out. Look out. Emmanuel Quickly, Chris Paul, and Dennis Schroeder. That's right. I got Schroeder and Wagner. That's right. I got some Team Germany going on my team right here. Yeah, there you go. Dennis. That's right. I'm happy with it. Dennis is actually a good, solid player. He's going to be playing in Brooklyn. We know he'll be playing a lot. Kaz on the road, on the clock, on the road and on the clock. He has selected Reed Shepherd, who is a very top candidate for possible Rookie of the Year this year. Not a bad pickup by him getting Reed Shepherd. He could actually be a real surprise this year. Although Freddie might be in his way. Just, Freddie might be taking some of that time from him. But I think over time, Reed Shepherd is going to be a very, very good NBA player. Very, very good NBA player. All right. What positions do you need? Look at what you need and draft for need, because in some ways you may need some more players in a certain position that you don't have too many of. So think about that, guys. Let's see. The next pick in the draft. Oh, this is somebody jumping in and out. That's Nako. Okay. The next pick is by Peter. Let's see what he's thinking. Who do you want, Peter Saborin, defending champion of our fantasy league? Who are you thinking now? He has selected Caleb Martin. Very, very interesting. So Caleb Martin's off the board, and Ochai Agbaji is going to be Bryce's Raptor pick. There you go. Ochai going off the board now. Christian Brune will go to David Saborin's team. He's got Grayson Allen and Christian Brune at this point. Very interesting team David's building over there. Let's see. Indiana Pacers, Aaron Nesmith is the next pick for Tada. Very interesting. And then Andrew Wiggins is going to the Boom Busters. Finally off the board, Canadian Andrew Wiggins going to Ivan's team. Very, very cool. All right, Meredith on the clock. Let's see where Meredith's thinking next. Yeah, this has been a pretty fast-paced draft. You guys got to think about it quick and get it done quick, because it's just a quick moving draft. Let's see. Meredith has taken John Collins, Mr. Airplane, for his pick. Meredith, you remember that dunk contest where he was a plane? That was a really weird draft dunk contest. Okay, Wendell Carter Jr. for Cool Cat, and Kellel Ware for Kareem, and Dylan Brooks going to Nako's team. Nako is really taking some Team Canada guys right there. Marcus Smart going to HC's team also. We're moving pretty quick here. I love it, guys. Good job. Yeah, there you go. All right, Shamshay's on the clock. The Toronto Shamshays. Let's see if we're going to get a Shamshay pick at some point. I'm sure Yorick Shamshay will get drafted in our draft, but not Bronny James. Not Bronny James. I wonder how many drafts of Laker fans that are involved are picking Bronny really high, like ridiculously high, like really idiots doing that. Like seriously. Jaden Ivey off the board. That's a great pick. Honestly, I was really considering getting Jaden Ivey next, honestly, and Andrew. Very, very good pick with the Jaden Ivey. I think he's going to be very solid. He was hurt last year. And honestly, Monty Williams didn't want to play him for some reason, but they got a new coach there. And we'll have to see how he handles Jaden Ivey this year, who would probably get to play way more because he didn't get to play under Monty. Monty didn't like Jaden Ivey for some reason. Andre Drummond is the other pick for Toronto Shamshes. That's a solid center, even as the backup of Embiid. He's got some interesting stat accumulations that he helps the team with as far as field goal percentage, rebounds, and some block shots even. But yeah, the free throw percentage is not the best for him, but we're doing free throws made. So that in some ways the percentage won't matter. There's Al Horford off the board for HC, and it's complete crap. Kareem has taken Kelly Oubre Jr., which is absolutely a great pick, but I wouldn't pick him. I had him last year. Isaac Okoro going to the Naco Nachos right on there. All right, Cool Cat on the clock. Let's see what she's thinking next in our draft. Who is she thinking that she wants at this position at this point in the draft? There's interesting names. This is where your knowledge of the NBA is getting deeper. You got to know deeper level stuff at this point. Yeah, this guy's still there. I'm going to take him on this pass. Let's see. James Wiseman. Very interesting. James Wiseman of the Indiana Pacers. That's right. He's on the Pacers this year. That's interesting. I thought he was on the Pistons, but I guess he's on the Pacers now. That may actually be really good for Wiseman. Being around Rick Carlisle in a winning situation in Indiana may be rejuvenating for James Wiseman. Very interesting pick, Cool Cat. Very, very, very interesting. All right, let's see. What is Meredith thinking at the 11th pick in the draft? That's right. We've got just 15 draft rounds, and we're in the 11th round. So we're getting there. We're going to be done by 11. It's going to be done right around 11, right there. Yeah, and then we'll do like a half an hour, and we'll be done for the stream for the day. Yeah, so it's a quick Sunday, a special report, the Yahoo Fantasy Draft for the Raptor Freak family. And tomorrow we'll have a Monday moment, and then Tuesday trivia, and Wednesday, Wednesday. Oh no, the preview on Wednesday for the first game of the season against the Cavs. That's what's going on. All right, well, Raptor has been picked. Chris Boucher is going to go to Boom Busters. Remember, you guys can only have one Raptor on your team. So if you pick a Raptor, you're done. Don't pick another one. Shaden Sharp went to MK's team also before that. Yeah, so make sure you don't pick two because I'm going to look at the rosters afterwards. And if you have to, I'm going to take the later one that you drafted off your team. Noah Clowney is going to Tadah's team right there on that pick. And David has taken PJ Washington Jr. of the Dallas Mavericks on their next pick. Yeah, a lot of names going off the boards in different places. It'll be interesting to see who is left over because there's not, we're going to draft most of the league. And if you don't get drafted in this league, what are you doing with your life? Ben Simmons finally off the board after Chris Boucher, rightfully so. Ben Simmons going to Bryce's Boats and Logs team. That's such a weird name, Bryce. What is the significance of Boats and Logs? I think it's kind of interesting. You're going to have to explain your team name to us later on in the chat. Tell me why you're Boats and Logs. It makes me think of like Lincoln Logs, like the toy when you're a kid. Did you guys ever have Lincoln Logs, or am I just showing how fucking old I am? Because I don't think Lincoln Logs have been anything for like 30 or 40 years. If anybody had any Lincoln Logs out there, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. All right, Peter Saborin, you're on the clock, my guy. What are you thinking, my dude, as far as your next pick, your 11th pick in this draft? Who is it going to be, Peter Saborin, champion? He's got a ring and a trophy from last season. That's right. He got a little mini Larry O'Brien and a very nice trophy from Commissioner J. He's taken Peyton Pritchard, the great sharpshooting backup point guard of the Celtics. Yeah, he was very good in the games against us this preseason. That's a very good pick right there. I believe for good 3-point stats for sure. Kaz is on the road and on the clock, 42 seconds, and I got to pick after him, so I need to kind of think about this. Who do you want, Lex? There's a couple of choices here that are interesting. It's tough to say. That guy's intriguing too. In some ways, I could get him and be smart and safe because of who I already got. In some ways, that's a good handcuff. All right, so Kaz is taking Bilal Coulibaly. I'm going to go ahead and take Steph Castle, guys, the rookie point guard for the Spurs. And partly because I got Chris Paul already, and I want to keep them handcuffed together. So I'm getting some point guards. Maybe there's a couple too many point guards here. Corey Kispert off the board to MJ's team, the Rock Wilders. And Zachary Rizacker going to Omari Parsons' team. And then Terrence Mann going to Duke Rock's team here. Okay, Duke's going to pick again. Yeah, and I'm going to get to pick again also. So I need to be smart here. Ooh, there's Davion Mitchell on the list there. There's a Davion Mitchell sighting. Mitchell Robinson's going to go to Jason Duke's team. Even though he's injured, he's going to come back at some point. He may get drafted. He may get traded still, too. That's the other interesting thing about Mitchell Robinson. He could get traded out of New York, and he could end up in a totally different situation suddenly. Very, very different situation. You know what? Let's see. Should I do that? Cam Whitmore is off the board to Omari, and MJ's going to take Mike Conley. All right, let's think about this, Lex. Let's be really smart about this. Who do you want now? You know what? Let's just do that. Why not? You're going a little crazy with the guards. You'll get some forwards to close it out. Let's get Gary. Gary Trent Jr. is on my team. Some people was like, what? I took Gary. That's right. Gary's on my team. I got Gary and Dennis back on the Raptor Freak All-Stars team. That's right. Gary and Dennis on my team. Boom goes the dynamite. All right. Maybe I have too many point guards at this point. Well, they have shooting guard eligibility, so that'll be all right. All right. Then the next pick is Dyson Daniels going to Kaz's team. All right. We'll see who's next. Is Peter. Peter's picking next. Man, there's a lot of good players still, honestly. There's Nickel Alexander Walker, Beef Stew, Zach Collins, Obi Toppin. There's that rookie for the Bulls, Buzelis. He's interesting. Let's see. Who else is out there right now? Donovan Clingham, the center rookie for Portland. The Sam Hauser, if you need some good oh, there's a guy that there's the Groat, guys. Nobody wants old Kyle. Hey, there's Precious Achua's out there also, guys, just so you know. Santi Aldama. Let's see. He took Beef Stew. All right, so Peter took Beef Stew. Just kind of calling out players. There's Buzelis. Bryce is going to take Buzelis. He heard me say that. He's like, oh, crap, I better get him. Lex is calling him out. Rui Hashimura. There's some Lakers at the top of the list nobody wants right now. It's interesting. Let's see. Rob Dillingham. A lot of talk about him. There's Lonzo Ball, too, guys. Lee Kyer. You guys want Lee Kyer? Nobody take Jonathan Isaac. Just be smart, okay? Dorian Finney-Smith going to David's team. He was hurt. He didn't play against us on Friday night. He was not available for the Nets when we played them on Friday. There's Clingham. Klingham's going to go to Tada. Tada likes the big man Klingon. Sounds like something. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. Doesn't sound right. Let's see. Center Steven Adams is going to go to the Boom Buster. Steven Adams hopefully will have a healthy year this year for the Houston Rockets and get to play a lot. Yeah, okay, some of these guys are not actually in the league, so be careful drafting from here because there are a lot of players that have NAs next to their name that are not currently going to be on a roster going into the season. So be paying attention to NAs. If there's an NA next to them, that means they're not on a team. Tari Eason is going to be the next pick for Meredith, and Cool Cat is on the clock. That's right. Bronny James coming right now, Cool Cat? No. Jalen Smith instead. Jalen Smith, former Pacer. And Kaysen Wallace is going to go to Naco's Nachos right afterwards. That's a very good shooting guard. Very athletic player going to Naco's team there. Yeah, who do I want coming back when I finally get to draft again? We'll have to see. Kaysen Wallace, the latest draft pick. And then finally, Dalton Connect is going to Kareem's team. He saw what he did the other day with his scoring. It was really crazy. HC's taking Taylor Hendricks in his next pick. And then, boom, there's Trey Jones is going to Andrew's Toronto Shamshays. Trey Jones of the Spurs. Yeah, there's too many point guards in San Antonio. Malachi Flynn got cut yesterday, guys, from the Spurs. Exactly what I told y'all would happen happened. He did not make the Spurs. And I don't know what Malachi's doing with his life now because he's not on an NBA team. So that's just how it goes, Flynn. Sorry, bro. You can't screw around with your NBA career and wait around or think that everything's going to be handed to you. No, you're out, bro. You're out, Malachi. I had to make note of this. that Malachi got cut from the Spurs yesterday, guys. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. He's out. He's out of the league. That's right. And rightfully so. Honestly, you can get 50 on the Pistons. That don't mean nothing. Patrick Williams is the next pick by Andrew, former Florida State player for Chicago Bulls. Patrick Williams. Nobody wants Bruce Brown. Come on, y'all. Get Bruce Brown. Max Strus just picked up by HC. He is hurt for the first 5 to 6 weeks of the season, just so you know. But I'm sure he'll come back and he'll be a solid three-point shooter for you when he finally does get healthy for the year and comes back. So, yeah. Let's see. Who do you want, Lex? You're going to have to pick some more picks. You got to understand who you should get. Maybe you'll do that. That'll be a fun little combo. Maybe you'll do that. That might be a smart pick for you to get next. He's not that fancy. A lot of people probably won't reach for him. So I'll probably get him. You know, Lonzo's very intriguing. If Lonzo can stay healthy, maybe Lonzo Ball is a good pick. Who knows? Yves Missy, Ron Holland the second. Malcolm Brogdon is the pick for Kareem there. Yeah, Brogdon had surgery. I don't know when he's coming back. Nikola Jovic going to Nako's team. He likes the young Serbian guy, Nikola Jovic. Yeah, you know you're picking Jovic, not Jokic, right? He knows that. He knows that, Lex. Of course he knows he's picking Jovic. Simone Fontecchio is still out there, guys. Simone Fontecchio was a rookie last year. Pretty interesting player. Let's see. There's Rui Hashimura going to Cool Cat. Cool Cat is picking the Japanese player Rui Hashimura. Yeah, very cool to see the Memphis Grizzlies put the two-way on Yuki. Very, very cool. MK is going to take Lonzo Ball. She's going to take the gamble on the starting point guard for the Bulls, coming back from injury finally after all this time. Finally coming back. So, yeah, you're going to get Lonzo Ball. Put him on your team. Ooh, there's the karate champion, James Johnson, for the Indiana Pacers. He's still out there. Don't pick Patrick Beverly. He's in Israel. He's not playing, y'all. There's Garrett Temple, guys. Somebody could take Garrett Temple as your Raptor. If you want to get Garrett, he's out there. Just so you know, Garrett Temple is still available in the draft. There's the younger Curry, the other Curry, Seth Curry, is out there. He's playing for Charlotte this year. Doug McDermott got picked up by the Kings recently, and he'll be playing on the Kings this year. Maybe you need more three-point shooting. You get him. Okay, Garrett Temple has been selected by Ivan. You know that you can't have two Raptors, just so you know, Boom Busters. It's only one Raptor per draft. I don't know if you're in here in the draft, if you're listening to me in the live stream, but if you have another Raptor already, you're going to have to drop Garrett, just so you know. And if that was a mistake, well, you're going to have to go pick from Tada wants Koloko? You're ridiculous. Bradley, you're ridiculous. You just took Koloko. What a waste of a draft spot. Seriously, wasted draft. Wasted draft pick. I don't think that guy's going to play. Let's see. Christian Wood is off the board for David's team, and Bryce is taking Zach Collins. So, yeah, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point. You know, there's Yabusele, guys. Yabusele's out there. Davion Mitchell picked up by Peter Saborin. He did not have his Raptor yet, so he's going to pick off day. There we go. Nick Richards is off the board for Kaz. And now I'm on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and get Franz's brother, Mo. So I have the Wagner pair. So I got Franz and Mo Wagner on my team. Let's see. Keldon Johnson going to MJ's team. Okay. Nobody's got Bronny yet, guys. Why ain't you picking Bronny? Xavier Tillman Sr. will go to Omari's team here. And Jason Dukes is picking 2 in a row now. Yeah. Nobody wants Bronny. Why don't you guys like Bronny? Come on, y'all. Pick Bronny. The NBA says he's good. Nobody's taking Bronny. Why? Why wouldn't you take Bronny? Bron is going to be mad if y'all don't take Bronny. Bojan Bogdanovic, who's hurt for the Nets, did not play. He may be back at some point, Jason. But, yeah, he's got Bogdanovic. He might be traded out of there, honestly, from the Nets at some point. Yeah. Very interesting draft today, guys. Very, very interesting draft. You know what? Who are you going to take, Lex, next? Maybe you should do that. Yeah, why not? Let's do that next. You got the next pick coming up here. So you got to be smart. Make sure you get the right person. And I think that guy might be pretty good for you this year. So why not? It's an old favorite. All right, so Marvin Bagley III was just picked by Jason Dukes, and for the other pick, and it's now Omari Parsons on the clock. He's taken Jamal Shed, so he went ahead and got Jamal Shed as his Raptor, and Duncan Robinson's off the board. Lex is gonna go get our guy Precious. I love Precious, man. I'm gonna get Precious right here. Why not? Let's just get some Achua. So yeah, Precious is on my team, y'all. I got Dennis, Gary, and Precious on my team. Precious, so precious. That's right. Only one more round. We're almost done, guys. This will be the last round after we finish this round. So you guys I got one more pick to pick, and you guys got, some of y'all have two still. Kyle Anderson, Lee Kyer off the board, going to Kaz. The Chinese national team's Lee Kyer is who was just drafted there. He's on Golden State this year. In fact, he was bombing threes for the Warriors in preseason. People are all like, "Oh, he's hitting threes like crazy." Yeah, this is so known for hitting threes, that guy. Yeah, look at the slim pickings down there and decide who you want for your last couple picks. Ooh, that's a player that's under the radar that I don't understand why he's still here. That's crazy. Nobody's got that guy. I'm going to get him. If y'all don't pick him and he's still there, I'm going to pick him for my last pick. That's who I'm going to pick. Yeah, I've already decided. Nobody wants Bruce Brown. You can stash him away and get him when he comes back or gets traded. Let's see. Lakers, who did you pick? Jared Vanderbilt? Okay, for Peter's team. And then Bryce is taking Keon Ellis. And David's taking Peyton Watson. And then there's Bub Carrington's going to Cowboys team. He likes Bub. And Boombusters is taking Seth Curry. So not getting the first Curry, but getting the second Curry. There's DeLon Wright, guys. DeLon Wright is out there if you guys are interested in a former Raptor. DeLon Wright. Jose Alvarado out there also, if anybody's interested in Grand Theft Alvarado. Paul Reed, who's going to be on Detroit this year. That could be an interesting pick. Not going to lie. Filipowski, the rookie for Utah, is out there. If anybody's interested in that guy, he's a weirdo. Let's see. Dwight Powell, if you guys want another great Canadian, he is on the list out there still. There's old Kalo. Nobody's going to pick Kyle Lowry? Somebody needs to go get Kyle Lowry. Come on. We got to respect our guy. We got to make sure he gets picked before Bronny. Come on now. There's Jalen McDaniels, but guess what? He has a NA next to his name. He's not in the league anymore. NA. That means he's not playing in this league no more. That's what that means. There's some interesting picks you can make at this point. Jonathan Isaac is going to go to MK's team. His old crazy Trump-loving self. Yeah, Isaac's a weird guy. He's perfect for the DeVos family in Orlando. Jacoby Walter is on the list right here. I see Jacoby right in front of me. If anybody wants to get on that Jacoby Walter train, if you haven't got a Raptor yet, Jacoby is out there, guys. There's Delano Banton. You guys like Delano Banton, former Raptor, our hometown Rexdale Bus? You can get Delano Banton right now too, guys. He is out there right now. Let's see. Obi Toppin has been selected by Cool Cat, and DeAnthony Melton is going to be the next pick for Naco's Nachos. And yeah, we're going to be in the last round very soon. You guys are going to be taking your last picks of the draft on the next pass, just so you guys know. So, Andrew, you're going to get 2 picks in a row. You're done, and that's your team. And then we're going to go through, and everybody's going to pick up their last couple players on the way out. So, yeah, be smart and get the guys that you want. Andrew, you're going to take Shamshay, right? You got to get Shamshay with your last pick. It's just right in some ways. I know that he may not be the most, maybe not playing a whole lot, but it's just symbolic. In some ways, you might need to get the Shamshay. That's right, the Shamshay. That's right. Let's see what happens here. We got Kareem on the clock. Kareem Thomas, what are you thinking? Who's not a complete crap that is available still? And for you to pick 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. He got Paul Reed. Not a bad pick. I'm telling you, Paul Reed could clean up because there's going to be somebody in Detroit's going to have to get stats, right? Somebody up there. HC on the clock. And then these guys are going to get in their last 2 picks right here in a row. HC and Andrew. Let's see where they go with what is available right now left over that's still there. DeLon Wright is playing for the Bucks this year, guys. He is available if you want DeLon, former Raptor, bench mobber. Yeah, we love DeLon Wright. and he's with Gary and them in Milwaukee now. So if you want DeLon, he is available right there. Let's see. He's taken Royce O'Neal. Okay, Royce O'Neal selected right there. And then we got Andrew taking Simone Fontecchio. And let's see, is he going to get Shamshay here? You got to get Shamshay. Unless you got a Raptor already. Didn't you take somebody yet? You got to take Urich. Come on, Andrew. It's only right with your name. He took Malik Beasley instead. Okay, so Shamshay not selected. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to HC's team on his last pick. And Kareem is on auto draft for his last pick. I didn't think he realizes he's got one more here. This is the last round of the draft right now. We're on the home stretch, and the draft will be over very shortly, guys. It is after 11, though. So we'll see. Kareem, you're on auto draft. You're going to make this timer run all the way out, just so you know. I don't know why you left. You have one more pick. You got one more pick, Kareem. You got to pick one more player right here. Oh, my gosh. If you get auto pick Bruce Brown, that's your own damn fault. That's your own damn fault. Right now, I think auto pick would be Vince Williams Jr. of Memphis. If you did not put somebody highlighted, that is probably who they're going to select for you automatically, is that guy. Yeah, I'm going to pick somebody who's going to start still, because there are still starters that are out there that haven't been drafted when I get to my pick. If they're still there, I'm going to pick them. Julian Strother is Kareem's last pick, and Nako has taken the Groat off the board. Kyle Lowry is safe. He is picked off the board. Thank God. I'm glad somebody took Kyle, because I was like, man, somebody's going to pick Bronny, but they don't take Kyle. That's a problem. That's a problem. I'm sorry. I can't have that. I can't have that happening. No. So, yeah, thank you for doing that. We're getting Kyle off the board right there. Yeah, man, I might need to go get another position on that spot, but I don't know. I think I'll be all right. I'm trying to think this through. Okay, there's Shamshay. Shamshay is going to Cool Cat. Cool Cat has decided to take Shamshay with her Raptor pick. All right, remember, y'all, you only get one Raptor. If you did take a Raptor earlier, you can't take another one. So Shamshay, you can't be Shamshay's anymore, because Shamshay is on Cool Cat's team. Ha. Yeah, if you don't have a Raptor and you want to get one right now. This is the last round. But you can pick one up off the waiver wire if you do not have one at the end of the draft and you want to get a Raptor. You can go get one that way. So, all right, Meredith, with their last pick to finish their team, has selected Vince Williams Jr. as their last pick. Ivan on the clock has taken Harrison Barnes, and that's actually who I was going to take. I was like, damn, Harrison Barnes still out there. He's a starter. Bol is going to go to Bradley's team. Bradley's team's very weird. I can already tell. He's got Bol on his team now. David, with your last pick, who are you thinking, David? Dang it. I just wanted to take Harrison Barnes. This guy went and snookered him. That's who I was going to take. Seriously. All right, let me look. I got to go back and figure out who I want now instead. So, like, Harrison Barnes is not selected yet. He's going to start for the Spurs. He's going to get starter minutes. I was like, dang, he took him. Dang it. All right, wait a second. This guy's available? He's underrated. I wonder if he'll do very well this year, though. In some ways, I think DeMar might take his time. Maybe I will stay away from him. What position do I need? I need, for the last spot, I probably need, which position the most? I got 1, 2, 3. I know what I need. I need that position. Okay, so the last two picks, Sam Hauser going to David's team and DeAndre Hunter going to Bryce's team. Peter's on the clock. Yeah, what position? I need that position. So who's the best one? Well, Bruce is the best one. I don't want that guy. No, I don't want that guy. Maybe. I don't know about that. You know what? This is probably the right guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and take him. I mean, he was a starter in past years, so he could start. He could be playing a lot and doing pretty good. Yeah, I think that's who I'll probably take when I get my chance, hopefully. Oh, man, you just took him. Peter, you just took who I was going to pick. I looked through and I was like, man, that's the guy who should I take. But he took him. He probably figured it out from what I was saying. He's like, that's who he's talking about. I'm going to take him. Kaz is taking their last pick, and then I'll take mine. Dang it, Peter. You guys are stealing the guys that I want. at the end here with Harrison Barnes and Kevin Herter. It's like, I want Kevin Herter. He's the guy. And then Peter takes him. Of course. Of course. Well, then what are you going to do, Lex? You got to go back to the drawing board once again. Who do you want? Oh, you're on the clock now. All right. Eves Missy is who he just took. Okay. Who are you going to take, Lex? You got to be smart here. Man, you guys took the guys I wanted. I don't want that dude. Maybe I should take a player like that just for the hell of it. You know what? I'm going to do this, although I don't know. How good is he going to be this year? Oh, that guy's interesting too. Maybe I should get that dude because he could have a really big year this year in some ways. He has shown that he will. All right, I'm going to take this guy. I got Miles McBride. I'm going to take McDeuce. I'm taking Deuce. Deuce. Isaiah Joe going to MJ's team, the Rockwilers. And then we got 2 more picks and we're done, guys. And we're out of here. Amari and then Jason Dukes finishing up the draft with his last pick. And then we're done. And hopefully you guys will like your teams. And yeah, you can look at them and, you can start making roster changes as far as your team and who you need and what you feel like you need afterwards. Or maybe somebody on the waiver wire that you just like, oh, crap, I should get them instead. G.G. Jackson II is the pick for Amari Parsons. And the last pick of the draft is going to go to Jason. And who did you pick, Jason? It didn't even show me in the chat. Why doesn't it show you who you picked, the last pick? The draft is complete. All right. We'll go ahead and go back to the stream. All right. Thanks for watching the Yahoo Fantasy Draft for our Raptor Freak family this year. 16 teams. Good stuff. Brian's saying, what's up, Freak Nation? Not here for long. Catch y'all soon. And you later, Lex. For sure, Brian. I'll be there. King, thank you. Gerald's YouTube. Phew, all set up. It's me, Nako. Yeah, you're Gerald's YouTube. That's a weird name. Trevor's saying, if they let Battle go, another team would have scooped him up right away. I don't know if that's true, but maybe. That could very well be true, Trevor J. That could very well be true. Let's see. Why did it jump so far ahead? I want to make sure I get all these comments on the way out right now. Okay. Kaz is saying hi to Nako. Monique's saying Malachi got waived by the Spurs. That's right. We knew that would happen. Gerald's saying, hey, Kaz, they handled Bruno and Battle the absolute best they could. I thought so, too. I think it was good. And Kaz is saying, I'm using 2 phones, laugh out loud, my work phone for Lex and my other phone for the draft. There you go. That's, I honestly probably should have had 2 things set up because I did them both through my computer just now. And hopefully the stream wasn't too awkward while we were doing the draft. I hope you guys had fun and, analyze your team and figure out what you did there. It's going to be awesome. Cowboys saying, does that mean someone gets to pick up Carlson? Well, there's some speculation that actually what we can do is still keep him. That we cut him, but he can go to 905. And this may very well be what happens is that Brandon Carlson's going to be available for 905, but he won't be a 2-way and able to play for the main roster Raptors. So Carlson's not totally lost. In fact, Blake Murphy kind of explained how he could be still circled back to and come back to our team. So he hasn't lost the ability to play for us. And if he likes our organization and he's okay with what just happened, he could say screw it and go somewhere else, but he may not do any better anywhere else. So I think it's very likely that Brendan Carlson will be playing for 905 still, even though he's not going to be on the regular Raptors as a 2-way. This is the best choice. He's not NBA ready. He's not. And he may never be, honestly. At 25, his body is pretty much what it's going to be. And he'd have to build his body like Chris Boucher to get to where he's got to be right physically for the NBA level. And I don't see it. I just don't see it. If he didn't do it in the 5 years of being at Utah, he's not going to do it now. So in some ways, he's just not a physically complete player to play in the NBA. And everybody who's mad at the front office for switching the 2-way off of Brendan Carlson and putting it on Jamison Battle, y'all are foolish. You got to understand, Battle's a much better, easier to use in the NBA player than Carlson. Carlson cannot do anything for us defensively. He can hit some threes, sure. He can maybe block a little bit, but he cannot play positional, big defense down low. He will absolutely get 8 for lunch as far as people dunking on him, pushing him around, and he won't get any rebounds either because he's too easy to push out of the way. The work that Chris Boucher's done in his life to get to the point where he is as a rebounder is something that Brandon Carlson's way behind on. He cannot do this at this point. I'm telling you right now. He just can't. That's right. Cool Cat's on. Okay, she's in. And Kareem's saying, I draft third. I'm winning this year. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's what he thinks. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. G saying, I think they can still put Carlson on the 905 unless he signs a two-way with another team. That's what I read. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I understand also, G. I think that's exactly right. Let's see. Fiercely saying, I'm eyeing Ben Simmons. I hope nobody picks him. Tobias saying, just woke up. It's early, my time. It's all good, man. I'm glad you're here. And where's your, okay, so you're out west. So I putting you in the West division is smart because I think I put you in the Western division. So that makes sense. Fiercely saying, I'm all in for Fernando in battle. Yeah, I'm very happy about the front office decisions by the Raptors to decide who's going to make our roster. I think Jamison Battle absolutely deserves it. He earned it. And he needed to be on our Raptors team one way or another. And I'm glad we don't have to sacrifice Fernando also. I really do feel like Fernando's going to pay off in the end, guys, in some ways. And people that are like, oh, Fernando sucks. Why do we keep him? Well, we'll see. You're going to find out by the end of the year. Watch. You're going to find out. Tobias saying good luck to all the fantasy players. Yeah, it was fun. That was very clear. Thank you. Thank you for like hearing me, guys, on the mic. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't give me a little reading that audio is coming through, and I have to just check just to make sure. I don't want to be silent the whole entire time I'm on here and just like. That's no good. That's no good. That's no good. Kaz is saying, wait, there's no point categories. Well, I decided not to put points in because in some ways it's kind of duplicated with 3-pointers and all the other stuff. The offense matters. Making 3-pointers matters. Making free throws matters. And field goal percentage matters. So it's not overall points, but in some ways making threes and making free throws. Because like in some ways points isn't the best indicator. It kind of overshadows those other categories. And I don't want people to get double points. Like if you get points and 3-pointers made, that's a little bit too powerful in some ways to me. So I feel like these are better indicators of quality of play in the NBA. This is like people can shoot like 30% and like make a whole bunch of points and it's garbage. So in some ways, field goal percentage, 3-pointers made, and free throws made are the ones we're looking at right here. Yeah, yeah. Fiercely saying Bradley takes Shamshay. Yeah, he didn't take him. He didn't get him. In fact, Cool Cat took Shamshay. Very interesting. Gerald saying, I had the option to take Tatum last year. I didn't out of spite. There you go. I'm all about that. Tobias saying best of health to everyone. I love that. To Jason. Yeah, best of love and health to Jason Dukes, our original Raptor Freak Yahoo NBA fantasy champion, who has been in the hospital for quite a few weeks, guys. And I was wondering why he wasn't doing well, or he hadn't been renewing his team. And I called him, and he's like, "I'm still at the hospital, Lex, and I've been having some surgeries and stuff. I had some digestive issues." So we want to wish a healthy, safe recovery and all the best for Jason. We love you, Jason, and we're gonna send out some good feelings towards you for sure. That's right. Yeah, yeah. You have a chance to get Ben Simmons, Fiercely. That's right. Dang it. And Racimo's saying, oh, man, I miss having a team and being the worst fantasy player ever. Edmund, no offense. I appreciate you having a team in our league the last few years. But, man, you kind of just let that team just sit there the whole year and you don't do nothing with it. And I appreciate you being in there as a placeholder of holding the team the last couple of years. But in some ways, it was brought to my attention by other people in the league that we want to have active members in the league this year. So it was a tough decision. I thought about bringing a couple of y'all back just to fill out the 20, but then I was like, you know what? I don't think Edmund has the time to really give to this team. And he was doing it to be nice and help me out by making sure we had enough teams. And I feel like that's what it was. We love you, Race Mode. You know that. And I don't want you to feel like you're slighted in any kind of way. It's just that in some ways, there's relegation. Let's just put it that way. And in some ways, some of the teams, I was like, you know what? I can tell that they didn't really do a lot with their team because they didn't make any waiver wire moves. They didn't do anything like this. And that kind of decided some of the teams that got cut this year was the teams that kind of just weren't active managers. But Edmund, I know you're a super busy guy with your family and your job and all kinds of stuff going on. So, but I appreciate it. Who knows? Maybe next year we'll expand back again and you can return to the league once again. But you have to be serious about playing is what I'm saying about it. Yeah, yeah. Gerald wanted Sengun. Oh, too bad. Mike's laughing. Andrew's saying, I wanted Sengun too. HC saying, man, I fear picking anybody on Philadelphia. We know what Nurse is going to do to them. HC, awesome to see you in the chat this morning. Monique saying, did anyone go see Grady at Scarborough Town Center yesterday? I'm wondering about that. Mischief said he was going to go see him, and he probably did. Who knows? But yeah, I wonder if anybody went and saw Grady at this meet and greet that he had from 2 to 4 p.m. yesterday at the Scarborough Town Center. Grady Dick was down there. HC saying, damn, I wanted DeRozan. Yeah, it'd be awesome to have DeRozan on your team. I got some former Raptors on my team, but I'm glad that you guys got a bunch of them too, like Kyle and DeMar. Cool Cat saying, I'm looking at games played, players' amount of games history. So she's looking for people that are going to be available and in the lineup. That'd be awesome. Ninja saying, Salty, I missed out on this draft. I got to get in the next one. Yeah, jump on it next year. It'll be right around this time next year. And you know what? Make sure you play in the WNBA in the summer too, because we've got 2 fantasy leagues that we do every year. And, getting in the WNBA one is an easy way to get in the cycle to get in the NBA one. But yeah, I made it real clear to everybody. The link is out there, and people could have joined at a lot of different opportunities in the last couple of weeks. I'm sorry you didn't jump on it, Nins. I wish you had. I really do. Andrew's saying, so points don't matter in this league? Well, points, in some ways, they do matter because you got to score 3-pointers and free throws and field goals and stuff. But no, points isn't the ultimate decider. In some ways, it's not the ultimate decider. I mean, if y'all really want me to put points as one of the categories, I can, but there's like 3 categories that have to do with points: 3-pointers made, free throws made, and field goal percentage. I mean, if y'all really want, I could change field goal percentage to field goals made if you want, but then it's kind of duplicitous with 3-pointers made because you'll get a field goal made twice for a 3-pointer and field goal made. I don't know. In some ways, the logic, they don't want me to change it, Peter and David, because they seen how I set it up. And they got mad at me last year when I changed it afterwards. But if you guys really, really want a certain setting, I'd be willing to change it for you guys, even though these guys will get mad at me, if you really, really want the points category. But in some ways, I'm kind of like, Kaz is saying, I just looked at chat. Yeah, sending was high on my board. Sengun was high. Yeah. Fiercely saying, I had Kuzma last year, popcorn player. I wanted OG, Jonas, and Herbert Jones. Yeah, I mean, I jumped on Jonas. I got him. Cool Cat saying, damn, somebody taking players from my queue. Well, that's a good sign. You got good choices and stuff. So he's saying, hey, I think Flynn was cut from the Spurs. He was. he was. Andrew saying, man, I was hoping Denny was going to fall. Yeah, Denny got taken off of the board at a certain point. Same here, Cool Cat. Ben Simmons going once, going twice, going 23 times. Yeah, he was out there for a while. Cool Cat saying, I choose players that play a lot of games without injuries. That's smart. That's a very smart decision. Very, very smart. I'm sorry, but Bronny is trash, and he did not get drafted today. Thank God. Andrew saying, I think Drummond will get a lot of rebounds from me, and Embiid's not playing back-to-backs. That's smart. That's actually pretty smart. Drummond probably will play a lot. Cool Cat saying, Wiseman gets passes around the rim and can shoot the threes. He'll be interesting in Indiana. Very, very interesting. Bryce is saying, who's going to carry the boats and logs? That's where it's from. Who's going to carry the boats and logs? David Goggins. I don't even know what that is. But that's funny. Whoever's saying that, Bryce is saying, when I'm working out and I feel tired or drowsy, that's what I ask myself. Who's going to carry the boats and logs? This is the stuff you say to motivate yourself to keep going. That's fantastic, Bryce. I love that so much. It's a motivation in a way. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. MK saying, how many injured reserves do we get? We get 3. I've made it so that it resembles an NBA team. There's 18 spots, 15 roster spots. You have like 9 players you can play every day. So it's like a 9-man rotation. And then you have a 15-man roster that's active. And then you have like 3 injury reserves. And so it's like 18 spots, just like an NBA team. 15 regular spots and 3 two-ways. So it kind of mimics that and that kind of energy. As far as you get 9 players to play every day that you can set up your rotation lineup for that day. Then you have a 15-man roster, and then you have 3 injured reserves to kind of stash people. That's how it is there. Cool Cat saying Malachi is out of the league. All those players we had on our bench to help Siakam, Fred, OG are out of the league, except for Precious. I will forever say our bench is the result of our record. Yeah, in some ways, that was the folly of the Nick Nurse years, is that we never had a quality bench after the championship year, the year after the championship year, after the bubble, I should say. We never had a quality bench as soon as Tampa came around, and we were decimated as a team. And yeah, we've never recovered from it until now. I feel like we have that bench now, and that's going to be the good thing. Milbester's here. Nick's Freak came in to say hi on the fantasy draft. Hey, how's NBA fantasy, Lex? Didn't know today was draft day. Still time to join? How's Raptors preseason games been? Just enjoying the MLB playoffs, Yankees back in the World Series, waiting on the Dodgers and the Mets. Yeah, I mean, I've been advertising that this league was going on, and Milbester, you could have jumped in there over the last couple of weeks, but I guess you just didn't see the links and me talking about it. But yeah, there's no time to join. Obviously, we just did the draft, bro. We just did the draft, man. And just saying, sorry, I love Shamshay, but I'm not going to draft him. Okay, so he didn't want him. He just wants the name. That's cool. Isaac saying, bring Kyle Lowry home on a one day. I'm with you on that, Isaac. I like that. W to Nacho for getting Kyle Lowry. Cool Cat saying, Shamshay is for future possibilities for next year. So good to cheer for him from now on. 905. Yeah, take DeLon is what Isaac's saying. And Lex, get Nicola Batum. Yeah, no, I didn't take him. I think my last pick I forget. Who did I take in the last pick? I don't even remember. I'll have to go back and review my team. Bryce is saying, good luck, y'all. The draft was fun. I agree. It was fun. Milbester's asking who got Brunson. I'm not totally sure. I don't remember who got Brunson. But yeah, there's been a lot of interesting stuff in here. Let's see. Brunson went to MJ. That's right. Brunson went to MJ. All right. Andrew saying, I just realized I have 4 Pistons players. I hope they stat pad, I guess. That could happen. That might not be a bad strategy, Andrew, to have so many Pistons on your fantasy team. Honestly, it might not be a bad strategy. They stay healthy. That's the whole thing. Cool Cat saying, I think Carlson's going to 905 with Shamshay. I could see that. W draft. Cass had a fun time. Gerald's saying, Lex, are we allowed to ask you to review our teams? Yeah, maybe we'll do that down the road. Like maybe we'll do that a little bit tomorrow if you want. I can do some reviews of teams tomorrow on the days leading up to the season. But yeah, maybe tomorrow and Tuesday a little bit. Andrew saying, good luck on the season, everyone. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I like that we did this. We got this done. And man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys listen to David and I and you really, really stay active. Because that's all we want. Because David was mad last year. There were too many teams that were deadbeat. And it was almost like getting buys during the season. Because there were teams that just did not do anything to set their lineup or anything. And David was getting mad. He's like, I can see this guy would play all these players and get all these points and actually be competitive with me. But they're not doing anything with their team. So it's like, all right, I'll be really tough on kind of sussing out who is actively taking care of their team and not. And that's part of the reason why Raceman's not playing this year is part of the reason why right there. Yeah, unfortunately. So, yeah, let's see. Cool Cat's saying Bruno's thickness needed for defense. We don't need to depend on him for and Carlson is 905 can bulk up along with Shamshay. They learn together. Yeah, I just don't think that Carlson has a path to make the NBA overall. I think he's going to be fine in the G League, but I don't think he's that kind of player that actually should be playing the NBA. It's just he's too old at this point. If he's not going to gain that weight, he's not going to gain it. He would have gained it by now. And in some ways, he should have been thinking about this the whole time, that I got to bulk up so I can play in the NBA because he's so skinny. Like, he is so skinny. He has no weight to him, and he can't hold any position in the NBA. I'm telling you, he just can't. And Bruno can. That thickness is needed for defense. He's some beef, and he's down there. He can take hits, and he can also foul people too. And that is something that is good about Bruno Fernando compared to Brandon Carlson. Yeah. Gerald's saying these two ways have more upside than Carlson anyway. Yeah. I honestly thought there was a possibility they could switch a two-way off of one of the 3 two-ways. I knew it wouldn't be Shamshay because Shamshay's locked. He's a long-term project. In some ways, I thought it could possibly be DJ Carton, but I think Carton showed a steadiness and professionalism in the summer league and in the preseason that is valued by the Raptors. In some ways, he's dependable, man. DJ Carton, I can tell, is a very dependable guy. Obviously, making 4 clutch free throws against the champion Celtics to help us absolutely win on Tuesday night last week. So Carton, in some ways, he was in trouble. And, it's very interesting. Let's look at this real quick because there's some interesting messages from the Raptors on Instagram after yesterday. First of all, as Monique said earlier, Chris Boucher's at Casa Loma for a costume party. And there's a little bit of the leaks of the costume party for the Raptors. We'll go over it. But yeah, he's at Casa Loma. He's got like Wednesday Adams dancing crazy somewhere in Toronto. I don't know where that is. That's crazy. Looks like the airport kind of. Lloyd is celebrating the Yankees going to the World Series. What about Lloyd, Scotty's best friend, is happy that the Yankees are going to the World Series. Oshai showing the combo costume with his girlfriend, his fiance, actually, because they've gotten engaged in the last year, and they're pirates. And Oshai has a patch over one eye, and they look like swashbucklers. Very cute couple going to the Halloween costume party at Casa Loma last night. Manuel Quickly is putting on blast Jamal Shed, and this is what Jamal Shed said yesterday. Type to say prayer, then go get what I just prayed for. So in some ways, Shed is very happy about the final decisions for the team for making the season. Who knows what it is? Maybe he just thought he may be in trouble, that he could lose his spot and get cut. And it's a nice feeling because there's cuts to the team. Jared Rhoden's gone. Jamias Ramsey is gone. And Brandon Carlson may be still around, but we're not totally sure. But he got cut yesterday too. And maybe Jamal Shed's just very much celebrating that he got through this point, and he is a bona fide NBA player this season. That is a great thing to celebrate. Emmanuel Quickly is celebrating with him. Bruno Fernando's taking his kid or some kid who's wearing his jersey and throwing him up in the air, and then he signs the jersey. And this is just showing his jubilation from making the Raptors. I'm telling you right now, Bruno's very, very happy. It wasn't a total for sure thing. There was no guarantees. Well, it is now, my guy. And he's re-echoing what Jamal Shed said yesterday also. Type to say a prayer, then go get what I just prayed for. Because Bruno, you're going to be on the team. And actually, it's interesting because Bruno's in the picture with Jamal. So I think he's very happy that Bruno Fernando made the team. I could also speculate that in the summer league, Jamal Shed had a hard time connecting with Brandon Carlson on the court. In some ways, it is very important that IQ and Shed and Davion to have connections with the players in a point guard way. That's why Quickly works so much with Jakob Poeltl this summer. And maybe Shed was having a hard time finding those connections with Carlson. So he's much happier having Fernando on the roster with him. I think that's what I can read from this. Yuta Watanabe celebrating his friend Yuki Kawamura for getting a two-way spot on the Grizzlies. So very happy about that. Zach Edey also posting Yuki getting the two-way on his Instagram stories. Very, very cool. Very, very big day yesterday for a lot of different young players who made it to the league. Fantastic stuff, including Matt Devlin's nephew making the Milwaukee Bucks, getting his contract switched to a two-way. Fantastic stuff. Very, very, very cool. Let's see. Jamal's also putting on blast the Raptors getting a win at the end of their preseason. There he is getting the Prince Charles Excellence Award. And he's saying, we grew up in a generation where parents took breathing hard as back talk. That's funny. But yeah, Jamal, very, very happy community ambassador for the Raptors, Jamal McGlure. There's Alrish Shamshay posting Jamal Shed's post about to say a prayer, then go get what I just prayed for. He is on it with them also. And there's Jay Nathan showing him getting fierce with CB25, Chris Boucher. He's calling him Sebeski is what he's calling him. So Jonathan and Chris Boucher have a bond already. And there, he's posted the Jamal Shed post also. 99 perimeter lock is what he's calling him. Jacoby Walter is welcoming Rael Dennis to making the Wizards. I guess he was very happy about him. And he has posted the Jamal Shed post also. Very popular post in the Raptors, the Jamal Shed's post yesterday. And there's a picture of DJ Carton dunking and him getting put on blast. And he has posted the Jamal Shed post also. There's Monique posting the Raptors journey with the highlights from over the years, all the years with people like Vince Carter, JYD, Jose Calderon, all appearing in this video. I love that video, Monique, on your Instagram stories. That's fantastic. Siakam has way too many Instagram stories. I'm not going to go over all of them. He's talking to all kinds of stuff. He's taking black and white pictures of his teammates. He also had a soiree last night where they all dressed up, and he was riding there and talking to people. And there's all his teammates all dressed up. They're looking very swanky with their suits and ties and having a little get-together, a social hour for the team before they start their journey this year, the Indiana Pacers. So love to see Siakam so close with his new teammates and having a good time. People like Jarace Walker, TJ McConnell, Obi Toppin. and Ben Mathurin and Andrew Nebhart. So yeah, they're Siakam and Andrew both not wearing ties with the Don Johnson T-shirt under a suit look out there. But yeah, they're having their own party. It's not a Halloween party though, Siakam. You're not McLovin. There he is with his coach Jim Carrey. He's so happy to see him. There's Rick Carlisle wearing the glasses with Ben Mathurin. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, a lot of pictures here. A lot of pictures by Siakam. He has way too many Instagram stories for me to go over each one. In some ways, this is Pacer stuff. What am I doing? There's Kelly Olynyk was out getting dim sum yesterday. There's all the good stuff I used to get with Mr. Lee at the Sky Dragon restaurant at Dragon City at Spadina and Dundas. Yeah, you go upstairs with Mr. Lee in Chinatown and get some dim sum with him. You get the real deal experience of that stuff. But it looks like Kelly's got some good dim sum wherever he went yesterday in the food. And there's some good Chinese food too. Szechuan teriyaki. Let's go. There's Jamal Shed's actual post of the one that everybody keeps posting. He's also got Chris Boucher shooting the gun in one of his pictures there. Very, very cool. There's the Raptors post that Monique reposted. And there's Grady going up strong against the Nets at the basket. There's your Instagram stories for today. A lot of them echoing the sentiments of Jamal Shed. And wow, we made it this far and we're here now. That's fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Yeah. Gerald's saying that these two ways have more upside than Carlson's anyway. Fiercely saying during the draft, I noticed Svi Mahalik is now in Utah, from T-Dot to New York to Charlotte to Boston to now Utah. Yikes. Did he have that NA next to him? That's the thing. You got to see. Tobias saying, if I fucked up, Lex distracted me, so I'm removing a Raptor so I could do a trade with someone. If you have two Raptors, Tobias, and Garrett Temple will be dropped from your team, and you will be able to add a new player from the waiver wire. And that's how I'll work it. So don't worry about it. Even if you just screwed up, you got a second Raptor. At least it's just Garrett Temple. And we'll be cutting him from your team automatically, or you can drop him on your own and you can go immediately to the waiver wire and get a replacement player right away. Just so you know. Fiercely saying, maybe I should have picked Bronny. He would surely have at least free throw opportunities out of pity. maybe. Cool Cat saying a lot of good players have been waived throughout the NBA. It's very competitive. Players can't take anything for granted. Right, Malachi? You grumbled, and it shows other teams saying not NBA ready. Yeah, Lonnie Walker IV was cut by the Celtics yesterday, and he is a free agent. That dude is a good player. He should be in the league, but the cap situation for Boston just wasn't conducive to keep Lonnie after yesterday. So, yeah, a great job, Masai. Cowboys clapping for Masai because of yesterday's work him and Bobby did. That's right. Get well soon, Jason. We're all thinking about you, Jason Dukes, and just continue to recover, my guy. We want you feeling better and better over time. Meredith is saying, first time doing a cat. I'm still a little confused, but I'll figure it out. The category league, yeah, you'll see. It's very self-explanatory. In some ways, you don't get accumulation of the stats, but if you win that stat category for that week, you get that point, and your record will be added to it. So if you get all 7 categories against your opponent one week, you'll get 7-0 added to your overall record. If you beat them 4-3, you get 4-3 added to your record. So you take the 3 losses for the 3 categories you don't win. So some weeks you may win 5-2. Some weeks you may win 4-2 because maybe there's a tie or something like that. You know, there's going to be different outcomes each week, and you can win bigger wins by absolutely getting a 7-0 or a 6-1, but it's more likely some of the weeks you're going to win 4-3 or 5-2, stuff like that. Yeah, Mo's saying, congratulations on almost making it to your YouTube goal. I'm almost there, Mo. I know. I've been adding some more subscriptions recently. It's fantastic. This time of year is the time where I'm going to get a lot of subs because the season's starting up and people want to know where the Raptors are at. And they know the Raptor Freak channel is the best place to find out the really in-depth kind of insight about the Raptors team coming in the season. I was thinking about this yesterday, though. I was telling somebody, I was like, I don't think I know what the Raptors are going to be this year. This is the most unclear I've ever felt about the Raptors in the 30 years since I've been watching them. I in the past, I've said to myself, yeah, they're not going to be very good, or that we could be this. I have no idea what we're going to be this year. Seriously, it's the most wide open. In some ways, I understand we're going to be better than last year, where we won only 25 games. But how much better are we going to be than last year? It's really hard to prognosticate and predict the Raptors win total this season. And some people are going to say it's going to be right around 30. I don't think that's right. But I don't know if it's totally right to say that we're going to be above 500 either. I have no idea how to predict this year for us because the sky's the limit. And a lot of it has to do with unknowns with our rookies and how much our young players have grown already, like Scotty and Grady. So it's awesome. And I have really good positive feelings that this year is going to be a lot more successful than people think. I really do feel like that right now, especially the way this preseason went. In some ways, that's where it's shaping up for me. Wow. It's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Isaac saying short number 8, Jose. Yeah, you mean Alvarado? I'm talking about Calderon. Let's go, baby. Cool Cat saying, man, I feel sorry for Coloco. He's still not cleared. That explains why Raptors released him, forecasted he is not available for the start of the season. Well, that's what the insider that I've talked to from the inside of the Raptors organization is the reason why the Raptors just don't care that the Lakers got him is because they don't think realistically he will get medically cleared. And that the Lakers in some ways are doing this for Rich Paul, LeBron, and Clutch in some ways. I don't know if Christian's going to get back, guys. And it's a very low risk thing to put him on a two-way with them. Seriously. Because if they fitness to play, they're supposed to hear from them very soon. If there's some sort of grease in the wheels or some favor for people like LeBron and Rich Paul because of who they are, that'll be bullshit. But it could very well be Christian is not. He's denied. And this is totally just a waste of time that the Lakers just had him around this recently. Yeah, so very, very interesting. David's saying it's too late now. We already started drafting. That's right. Can't change the scoring after the fact again. Laugh out loud, bonkers. See, he doesn't want me to change the scoring. They really don't. I mean, I would talk to you guys about this, but it's not like that change would make that much of a difference, David. I don't think you and Peter are that diehard that you really looked at the scoring system and absolutely formulated your draft plan around it. But if you did, okay. See, Peter got mad about this last year, but he won the league. So how can he be that mad about it? If I changed the scoring after the draft last year, he became the champion still. So in some ways, I get it. I don't like points as a category. I don't know why. I just don't like putting points as just a category. But if there's enough of an uproar about it, maybe I will add it. But I won't do it because you guys don't want me to change the scoring at all. He doesn't want me to change it at all. All right, Trevor's telling me to do the classic card. I appreciate that, Trevor J. Let's see. We're going to get another one. Hopefully it'll be classic. It's not. This guy was drafted today. He is not a classic card. Let's see who gets it. Well, 1120 is where we're at there. So here we go. Who's going to get the classic card today? Who is that? This is a shiny card, maybe a little bit hard to see in some ways, and maybe not that easy to see the player. But 2 names. Whoever writes the full name of this player first will get the classic card of the day. Connect. No, this is not Dalton Connect. And you are half-assing, Fiercey, by putting in just Connect. 41 plus wins incoming. Okay, Bradley, I love that prediction. I hope that's true. No, it's not Dalton Connect. That's not the right team, Fiercey. Is that the Lakers wear red? I don't think they wear any red. So, and he has not played yet. So I don't think that we have Dalton Connect rookie cards out, or I don't have them in the classic card box. I don't think we have that recent of cards, just so you know. Now, who is that, guys? Can y'all tell who that is? Seriously, can you see who that is? Maybe I need to. His head looks weird with his hairstyle. There you go. Mari got it. It's John Collins. That's right. John Collins is the pick. He's on Utah now, but this is when he was on the Atlanta Hawks. So there you go, Amari, getting the classic card of the day over Smooth Brown Man. Andrew was there right behind there too. Yeah, that's John Collins, who did the airplane, very weird dunk competition where it like destroyed or something. He was trying to jump. David, are you going to adjudicate on this, or should I go ahead and just make this decision? I think it's a 100-point card, and it's Omari that got it. I'll write it in unless he's already here writing it. Let's see. John Collins, Omari Parsons, and 100. Boom. All right. The classic card is taken care of right there. Let's go back to where we were in the chat at 1140 or 11 something. Okay, there's Trevor. Cowboys saying, man, I need some point guards. I have a bunch of point guards if you want to shoot some trades at me. Let's see. I would have drafted Shamshay, but I know he's going to play a lot in the 905. I got the spray paint Grady. I think that's a good pick, honestly. Shamshay's just fun to have on your team, but I don't know how much he's going to really contribute this year. And Fiercey saying, I got Milbester. I got Brunson. There you go. Cowboys saying, who picked Papa Scotty, the face of the NBA? He got picked at the 6th pick. right at the beginning. Andrew's saying, all good, Lex. I say keep points out. You're right. I think getting Ivy at 160 was a steal. Jaden Ivey was a great pick late. He's bouncing back from last year, I'm sure. Tobias saying, I dropped the second Raptors, so if anyone wants him, he's free. So you dropped Garrett Temple. Okay, and you can get whoever you want otherwise. That's the only person that got 2 Raptors. We're in good shape. Fiercely saying at David, and I had a great matchup at WNBA Fantasy. Yeah, you guys, that was a really good year this year in WNBA Fantasy. Very, very competitive. A lot of good teams. Fiercely saying WNBA Finals tonight. Please, Liberty, win this series. That'll be interesting. Maybe the New York Liberty are winning their first WNBA championship ever today. We'll have to see. The Lynx have won many times already. It's very interesting. Cowboys saying, what time, Eye Candy? Can't wait till Toronto gets their team. I know, and I can't wait for them to announce the name of our team. You know, there's been some backlash about the Professional Women's Hockey League's name. The Scepters is a colonizer kind of like term. A scepter is like British royal monarchy. And there's a backlash against the hockey team, the women's hockey team name, that it's really short-sighted and a horrible name for them. In fact, some people are calling out that they should rename the Professional Women's Hockey League team that they just named the Toronto Scepters. They feel like it's a horrible name. And a lot of people feel like it's not inclusive and it's honoring a very horrible part of the history here in Canada. I'm kind of with them. I think Scepters is a shitty name and that they could have done a better job naming that hockey team, because some people are coming after them for that. And there is some people saying that this is not an inclusive kind of name. In some ways, the Victorian period that this is coming from or whatever was not good for women. And in some ways, this is like a very, very not very well thought out name for this Professional Women's Hockey League team that they just started here in Toronto. So it's like they came out with a name and people are rejecting it. They're like, Scepters? That's stupid. And why are we naming our teams after British royal monarchy? Seriously. Yeah, and I'm with them. It's a colonizer term. And in some ways, they probably shouldn't have named that team that. But it's hockey also. We got to remember who the fuck this is we're talking about. That's right. There you go. Cowboys saying, true, Andrew. I like Ivy. Yeah, that's a very good pick late. I was going to go get him if you didn't. Seriously, yeah. Kaz got me on blast, 10-4. And Mo's saying 3 more days until the Raptors play regular season basketball against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And as I said earlier, it came out yesterday, Max Strus is going to be out 5 to 6 weeks with an injury. So he's one of their best three-point shooters. He's absolutely dangerous on that team. Well, he ain't going to be there on Wednesday. And we know the Cavs have lost all of their preseason games, as has been pointed out by some people in this chat. That is very good foreboding that maybe we can jump on the Cavs and get an opening night win against the Cavaliers to start the season. I want to do this. Seriously, we want to take each game by game. That's what Darko said. This season, he's not looking at the whole schedule or trying to figure things out ahead of time. He's staying present, and we're going after what is in front of us next. And they're preparing for the Cleveland Cavaliers on Wednesday right now. And that's the only thing we got on our mind. And then the Sixers on Friday. That's right. That's right. Let's go. Let's go, Monique. It's going to be time for you to get down to the arena on Wednesday. That's right. Bring those good vibes, super fan. That's right. Cool Cat saying, Lex, yeah, I've fallen behind with Siakam's posting on Twitter and IG. Going to try and catch up before the season starts. I understand he's trying to market Pacers team more like he did with the Raptors. He's doing a fantastic job. You've got to watch his appearance when he goes to the donut shop. Cool Cat. Siakam's Life in Indy series, he's got 3 episodes so far, is fantastic. He's just out there interacting with the community. And once again, his Toronto past haunts him. He's in line to get some donuts, and the guy says, Toronto's finest, Pascal Siakam. It's really cool. So if you have not been paying attention to Siakam's social media, there's tons there for you to go check out. And you love him so much, you're going to enjoy all of it. Cowboys saying, did anyone draft Shed? Yes, I saw Shed get drafted. He did get drafted somewhere. Svi saying Svi signed a 4-year deal with the Jazz, so he's still in the league. He's not going anywhere. Kaz saying, yeah, somebody drafted Shed. Let's see. Andrew saying LeBron's going to run up my free throw totals. There you go. Spray paint, Roger that. Fiercely saying, I love the team reposting Jamal's post. Very telling of the support system. Yeah, I mean, these guys kind of care about who's going to be on the team, and I think that they're very happy that Bruno made the team. I really do feel like that's the feel I'm getting from yesterday. W stream, W vibes, go Raptors for life. Keep at it always, Lex. Good times are approaching and coming. The season is on its way, Mo. That's right. Thank you for the cutoff. Cowboys saying, Tobias, I'll trade Grady for your first 3-round picks. Let the trade season begin. Y'all can shoot trades at each other right away. Let's see what happens. Most saying, that's why I'm not predicting the season, Lex. I told you that too. Yeah, I don't know how to predict the season. I don't want to. In some ways, I'd be blindly optimistic about the Raptors, but I don't know if that should be right. But I'm telling you, the way they played in preseason, if Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, and Scotty Barnes are going to take this season very seriously, and they're going to come at people the way they coming at them in the preseason, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. I'm going to say that right now. Yeah, connect. 41+ win season coming. That's right. That is right. Let's see. Fiercely saying John Collins is black. I didn't even notice it because of the angle of my computer and I'm facing the sun. This is a shiny card, and it does kind of look weird. It does look very, very weird. Yeah, Fiercely saying 8 p.m. for the WNBA Finals tonight. Good information. I like that. Trevor saying Minnesota wins 4 championships already. Yeah, this would be their 5th if they win today. Thank you, Trevor, for that fact. Tobias saying, I tried those 30th anniversary Raptors ruffle chips, not too spicy. There you go. Tobias Frost finding the purple Ruffles bag of this all-dressed spicy Raptors 30th anniversary chips. Very, very cool. Another review from another Raptor freak on finding them. Seymour found them too. Cowboys saying, thank you, Eye Candy. Later, Lex and Raptor freaks. Have a great day. Back at you, Bradley. Ta-da, y'all. And y'all, listen, have a great Sunday. Seriously, this is a great day. Touch grass. That's right. Most saying my wheelchair has a flat tire, but I'm ready to go. There you go. We got to get you pumped up. We got to get you ready to roll and get you down there, Mo. We're going to get it figured out by Wednesday. I'm sure you will, hopefully. Cool Cat saying we'll touch grass for 1 to 2 hours in preparation for tonight's WNBA Finals. That's right. It's a beautiful Sunday in October in Toronto, the 20th, and get down there and just have a nice outdoor time and then watch that WNBA game later. It'll be fantastic. All right, let's see. Is there anything else in my tabs? We got Leo Routen's life tips. He's saying, believe in you, be you, is what he's saying on his life tips this morning. As I said, Max Strus is out with an ankle strain for 6 weeks, guys. And this is pertinent to us, seeing as we're going to play the Cavs right away at the beginning of the season. So be ready for that. There you go. Serge Ibaka has appeared on Thanos's podcast, and he's talking about fashion advice. And he's saying that you wear a suit, it's like wine, and it's not like shooting tequila. So be real careful with your suits. Too many guys are wearing suits that don't fit. It's kind of funny. They did pick up Thanos for the Bucks. I don't know why. Well, we know why. But yeah, even though Thanos is hurt and stuff like that, the Bucks are still keeping him around on some sort of weird contract this year, is what we just found out. I guess it pays to have your brother be that guy. They say it's because he's good vibes. All right, and the birthdays today. We got to say happy birthday to former Raptors player Dominic McGuire. He's a very bit player for a second. Also, happy birthday to Rodney Hood. It is his birthday today also. Rodney Hood was on the Raptors a couple years ago. And it is also the current Windy City Bull, Chicago Bull, former Raptor, Javon Freeman Liberty's birthday today also. Javon is 25 today, guys. So happy 25th birthday to JFL. It is his birthday today, guys. So there you go. There's all what I got to say today on the Raptor Freak Live Fantasy Draft. I hope you guys enjoyed drafting today, and good luck to everybody who's in the league. And let's have a fun time. And Trevor J's got a fantastic prize for the winner at the end of the year. So put in the time and effort and set your lineups and just try and do some stuff with it. The effort you put in will get you possibly more wins. Trust me. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Cool Cat saying, Lex, where are you? Your backdrop, being nosy. I don't want to divulge my location right now. Cool Cat right now. I know I've been very open about my life in different places, but I'm not divulging my location today. But I will be back in the studio tomorrow, just so you know. Tobias saying, Lex, place looks different. Yeah, I am not at home. I'm somewhere else this weekend visiting a friend. Let's just say that. Fiercely saying, Thanos has a podcast. I hope he's better at it than playing. Yeah, I hope so too. And MK saying, I'm cheering for my girl, Bridget Carlton. Go Lynx. Yeah, in some ways, I don't want New York to win tonight. Seriously, too much good things are happening to New York right now with the Yankees back in the World Series. Sorry, Milbester. But in some ways, I am rooting for the Lynx tonight. And it's partly because of Bridget. Exactly, right there. Yeah, Fiercely saying, good vibes. I guess all Raptor freaks can join any team then. Good vibes. Yeah. Cowboys saying, you going on Trini channel later. I'm going to be on To The Point later on today. I'll be filming an episode with Brian later on, and you guys can find it probably tomorrow or Tuesday. It's a season preview for the NBA season. So Brian King, who's coming to our channel all the time, is going to put me on his show. We're going to film an episode later this afternoon, just so y'all know. Trevor's saying, Lex, I will talk to you on the phone very soon. I bought some other big stuff I want to do with you. Okay then, Trevor J, Commissioner Fun. Man, he's always got something up his sleeve. I'll tell you right now. Brian, and it's nice. Enjoy your weekend in the Rays. Yeah. Y'all, thanks so much for doing the fantasy draft with me. Let's have a good season. To the best team win. And thanks everybody for watching me today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, or join the channel. Lots of fun stuff happening on the Rapid Freak channel every single day during the whole entire season. I streamed for 3 years straight. I'm not stopping anytime soon. So tomorrow, Monday memory or Monday moment, we'll see what it is. I'll dig something up for the date tomorrow, and we'll talk tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some team reviews. Like Nako's asked me to review people's teams. I'll look at everybody's teams and kind of give you my point of view on what you're doing and how the whole roster looks for what you selected. All right, guys, have a great Sunday. Thank you, Masai and Bobby, for making the tough decisions with our training camp roster and getting the right mix of guys. I really feel like you guys did a good job. There's some good balance. We got 6 great guards, 6 great forwards, and 6 great centers to start the season. And having that kind of depth at center is fantastic. With Jakob, Kelly, Bruno, Ulrich, Jonathan Mobo, yeah, and Carlson in some ways down the depth to the 905. This is great. And I'm really happy Jamison Battles got a two-way now, and he can play for both the Raptors 905 and the regular Raptors. Let's go, Masai and Bobby. And I hope you guys feel like you did a good job as GMs today for your Yahoo Fantasy teams also. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Let's go, Raptors. Yeah, let's go WNBA Toronto too. Let's go.